It's time to start the only way we know how, with the warm-up. Brought to you from our friends at Brick & Barrel. With a wonderful family atmosphere, Brick & Barrel has a beautiful beer garden and is just the place to take in a game or celebrate after. Brick & Barrel, 155 Joyner Parkway in Lincoln. The way you warm up is the way you perform. So to be the best, you gotta warm up with the best. So warm up with us as we sit down with a member of the Potters coaching staff to talk all things Potters. It's time to get loose and warm up right here on Stone's Radio Networks.
Welcome into the warm-up. We're going to the top of the coaching staff. Manager John Peters with us again. JP, thanks for coming up.
Of course.
Really appreciate it. I wanted to ask you about yesterday's game, but I wanted to get you up here Friday because I know I'm a Homer fan and everything, but we don't often take 2 or 3 from the Prune Packers. And I wanted to get some reaction from you on grabbing 2 at their place.
Yeah, no, the boys played well. They battled. I don't know. It seems like every time we go there, there's some type of controversial call or something. And, just to see them battle through a little bit of adversity, and keep answering back, I thought that was great.
Yeah, and speaking of that, yesterday the same way, lose to Walnut Creek on Friday, go down there yesterday. You're down 10-4 entering the top of the 8th. And was it a can-do kind of dugout before it all happened, or was it oh, my gosh, what's going on here?
The week before that, I made an early exit on that game. But
okay, very good.
But they put up a couple 5 spots, right? They kept answering back, and then we'd give up a couple, answer back, give up a couple. It takes some time. The guys were, they were having good at-bats. They made a couple errors. We capitalized on them, and then just stayed in the game. Right, pitchers did a great job. Bruno did a really good job coming in, his longest outing of the year.
Right, yeah.
Wanted the ball for that second inning, and then Vassar coming in to close it down. But just playing the defense, finding a way to get the runs across, and then we got the big hit by Ruben. So
yeah.
It's great.
I was going to mention Ruben is a guy that watch him. I know he's only been here maybe 10, 11 games, but he's a guy watching him. You're just waiting for him to break out because you look at him and you go, that guy's a hitter right there. And a great time for him to come through. And I was watching the replay of it, and the announcer says he popped one up to center field. And
Not even close.
That was a solid. I mean, I've done that before, so I'm not getting on the announcer. But I was watching Ruben, and he took 2-3 steps and flipped the bat. I said, "That's no pop up."
Yeah, it got up there, and it went a long way.
Oh man, over that center field wall.
Oh yeah,
right?
it had a good little jet stream going out. Chamizo caught one that was up in the air and kept going. He hit it well. But you can see it just kind of carrying. They had a couple balls they hit well that, just got up in there. Probably
Right.
would have been doubles in the gap. Maybe would have won out, but they were long gone. It was really blowing a little bit, kind of through that part of the field, and he got one up there. And that was a no doubter.
A great job to come back and get that win yesterday. I don't know if we've talked about this before. I don't know if I did this in my mind or not, but this is a strange year for me as far as the Potters, because we have guys coming in, and somebody's the best guy on the team for like a week. And then someone else is the best guy in the team for a week. And it's really strange. And you got like Nolan Wilson now, Patrick Herrera, those guys. They come in here and they're really putting their imprint on the season. It's really an odd season. Does it seem that way to you?
There's a lot of different cast of characters, right? And it's just, part of it with the summer. Some guys went down hurt, or,
Right.
Some guys needed to get back to schools or changing schools, got to go, do different registrations, or, just kind of hit an inning limit. And we've been dealing with it. It's this is year 6, I think, for me now. And, this has by far been the craziest of
Yes.
in and out. And speaking of that, you'll see a couple more in there tonight.
I was going to ask you, we got 7 games to go, 6 after tonight. So how are we set for the stretch run as far as now, as of right now, do you know who you're going to have for this week coming up?
Yeah. We're going to have a couple guys getting out of here tonight. Will be their last one, and then we've got a couple more, that'll leave at the end of the month, and we'll make do with what we
Right.
have, the rest of the guys for the playoffs. But this will be the set roster, minus a couple guys that are heading home. But the guys we brought in will be here the rest of the year. So you'll see them start to get, opportunities, but I'm sure everybody's in the same boat,
Absolutely. Final thing, who are you throwing tonight?
Tonight's going to be Torn.
So Torn O'Hara, how is he to you? Statistically, he seems like he's been throwing the ball pretty well. Same to you?
Yeah, he throws a lot of pitches, per inning. It's hopefully he can get in there, be a little bit more efficient this start, and get us 4 or 5 innings. He seems to be creeping up on his pitch count, in the third typically, and hopefully he can pitch, let the defense work, and we don't have to strike everybody out.
That sounds
Put
good.
the ball in play and let us play. And get some extended innings. Hopefully that'll help. What we got.
And let's get some balls up in the jet stream and get them out of here.
Hopefully
JP,
they
you're
keep
the best.
flying
Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it very much.
course.
We'll talk to you again down the road. We'll be back with more pregame right for this.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadium. 33 action-packed home games loaded with fun for the whole family. Local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Here's a quick look back at Potter seasons past.
Hit high in the air to left center field. Going after it is Leopard, still going after it, and that ball is gone. Brennan Roselle did it. He got number 2. It just took him a couple more pitches. A big blast to left center field by the Zebra legend, and the Potters have a 2-1 lead. Maybe some meditation. Probably not. 2-1 now. First and third, nobody out here in the 8th. That ball's hit high. It is hit far. It is gone. A 3-run home run by J.T. Walden, and the Potters lead this one 7-4. That's hit high in the air to left field. I'm hoping he got enough of it. Benavides is going back, still going back, and he's not going to get it. It's out of here. A home run. Nolan McCarthy on Kalamazoo night here at Potter Stadium. So he got that one way up, and Benavides kept thinking, maybe I can, maybe I can. No, you cannot. McCarthy home run. Hit high in the air and deep to left center field. And Murphy thinks it's gone. It is gone. A home run as Murphy was taking off his ankle cover or his ankle protector as the ball was in the air, and that one is way out of here. A home run for Nolan McCarthy. McCarthy with a home run, his 7th of the year. 2 runs batted in. On how you comport yourself. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball is hit well to left field. It is gone. A home run by Clayton Coates, and he really turned on that one. And the Potters lead it 6-0. The Potter faithful let Clayton know. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Stanger looks back at second base. Line drive center field, hit very well. Barnes goes back, still going back. He's not going to get it. It's down. 1 run scores. Here comes Roselle around third. They're going to send him as well. The throw's coming in. Cut off. It's a 2-run triple for Zach Chamiso, and the Potters lead this one 2-0.
Coming up, Potters Baseball on Stones Radio Networks. Here's a quick look back at Potter seasons past.
It was Cheech? Okay, fair enough. Breaking ball's hit well to center field. Curtis on his horse. He's going to go back into right center, make a diving try. Did he make the play? I think he did. What a catch. Tagging at second base. Chop foul. I mean, I gave him the address. He said he'd show up. He said, peace and love, I'll be there. And you know, if he says peace and love and does the two peace signs, he's got to. It's like a promise. So I'll be hanging with him, and then we'll go to the show. 2-2 pitch, call strike 3. 7th strikeout for Tonko Susak, and that'll bring up one more guy for 3 today, batting from the left side against the right-hander Martin. First pitch is lined right back up the middle. Shortstop snags it. Chamizo steps on second. Double play Potters. Not really the way they drew it up, but they're going to take it as that suit, so there's no way they can. Can they? 3-2 pitch, call strike 3. Second strikeout for Anthony Perez. First one looking. That'll bring up Ryan Farr, the third baseman, as we said, also out of Cal Lutheran. Ryan Farr was the only name we had in the line. Hit field by Jarek Curtis. What a blast. Turns around and hits it to right field. I said, well, that's probably a sac fly. That thing's way out of here. And Jarek Curtis is the man of the hour. The Potters lead 4-1. Threatened once back in the second, but 2 strikeouts with 2 runners on quelled that uprising. Wyatt Tucker with 4 shutout innings. Dylan Day taking over for Tucker. 2-2 coming up to Trey. A little line drive over the first baseman's head into right field for a base hit, and that's number 113 for Trey Ferry. He is now the all-time That's chopped over the mound. Shortstop going to cut it off Nunez. Now he can't get it. It's into center field for a base hit. 1 run scored. The throw to the plate for the second runner. Head first slide, and Chamizo is in there with a second run. A 2-run single for Cade Sanchez.
Coming up, Potters Baseball on Stones Radio Networks.
It's all you.
No, I insist.
It's your turn.
Nope, I think it's your turn.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Go.
I appreciate your appreciation. It fills me.
Safe drivers save money with Farmers.
Just for driving safely?
It's a Farmers policy perk. Get Farmers and you can get a safe driver discount simply for having a clean driving record for 3 years.
Come on.
After you.
After you.
Safety first.
Get a whole lot of something with Farmers policy perks.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Here's a quick look back at Potter seasons past.
3. Hit high, hit deep, hit out of the park. If it's fair, it is fair. Forget about that one. Justin Olson got a hold of another one, and nobody gets a hold of him like Justin Olson. 2-run home run. Potters lead this one 5-3. Second home run for Justin Olson. 8 runs batted in now. No doubt about well, there was doubt about that one. Would it go foul before it left the Earth's gravity? 1 ball and no strikes. Now, I'm sure the Potters fans will say, well, wait a minute, what about that breaking ball that should have been a strike? That was hit sharply down the third base line. Backhand by Ferry. He has to pick it up and throw it on a hop to first. I think he got him. He did. What a play by Trey Ferry behind third base, almost on the outfield grass. Kind of bobbled it, had to get it back, threw it on a hop across the diamond. Justin Olson scoops it up comfortably over the fence out there. Here's the 3-1 on Olson. Swings it, hits it high and deep to right field. Nobody, that's not 5 feet over. That's not 10 feet. That's way out of here. Justin Olson, number 3, and the Potters have tied it up at 1. You could kind of feel it coming watching Justin take that first pitch or so, and he really got a hold of that one. 3 home runs now and 9 RBIs, and this game is tied 1-1.
And Ryan Sturgeon warming up for the Potters, and there is a shot by Drew Stahl. That is out of here. Drew Stahl with a big shot right over the right field wall. Got out of here in a hurry, but that just put the Potters on top, 9-1. This one is long gone, high into the night, and Justin Olson puts a charge into that one. Home run for Justin Olson, and that makes this game a little closer at 9-4. Colorado Springs.
Hitting the air to left field. Going over is Bowser. Still going. That ball is out of here. Over the fence in left field. A home run for Chase Stanky. Reached down and lifted that one to left field, and the Potters have a 2-1 lead. First home run of the summer for Chase.
Coming up, Potters Baseball on Stones Radio Networks.
Lincoln Area Archives Museum is the official partner of the Potters 100th anniversary season. The museum is located just around the corner in Bierman Plaza in the center of the old historic district. Plan your visit and learn about early Lincoln history.
Here's a quick look back at Potter seasons past.
And a balk in this inning. And we're still not done. 3-3, Potters and Marshalls. Mateo Lake for his first at bat. Coming in for Mason Holt. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball's hit deep to right field. That ball is gone! A home run, Mateo Lake. The Potters. A big home run by Mateo Lake. A 3-run shot. The Potters. 2 balls, no strikes on Brando. Just getting started here. Good crowd out here. Entertained by a national anthem rendition that was tremendous. And here's the 2-0. Hit high to left field. Look up, look out. That's out of here. Jason Brando about 50 feet over the fence in left field. And the Potters are on the board early. They didn't wait 6 2/3 for this one. A 2-run home run by Jason Brando. DH today for the Potters. Line drive left center field, and it doesn't look like anybody's going to get to that one. It'll go all the way to the fence, and it is out of here. That's out of here. A grand slam home run by Brandon Motherall on a line drive that just kept on going, and that makes it 19-2 and a fine line drive by Brandon Motherall. By Dimitri Perry, and here is Johnson. Right back up the middle into center field for a base hit. Pantlick rounds third. The throw's going to come into the plate. It is applied. The tag applied, and he is safe at the plate. Safe at the plate. Not agreeing with that is Andrew Sloan, who thought he had the tag and thought the runner did not tag home plate, but he is called safe at the plate, so it's an RBI. Still looking for the first hit. Their first hit, the Potters, with 2 outs here in the second. Here's the pitch. Hit well to left center field, and I mean really well. Davis goes back, looks up, forget about that one. Welcome to Lincoln, Andrew Sloan, a home run for Andrew Sloan. And that went to that left center field where all the home runs are going, and I saw that one clearly, and that one was out of here. So Andrew Sloan making a lot of new friends here in Lincoln, California. The pitch. Motherall hits it high and deep to right field. Going back is Cook. He looks up, and it is gone. Brandon Motherall is making this a habit. A 3-run home run, and the Potters grab a 4-2 lead. That's at first Lazard and at third Gutierrez. 1-0. Line drive. That's a fair ball inside first base line over the first baseman's head. 1 run scores. Lazard rounding third. Ball's in the corner. Isaiah says, I'm going for it. The throw comes in. It's going to be held up. That's a triple for Reese Ragat's 2-run scorer, and the Potters lead this one 6-2.
Coming up, Potters Baseball on Stones Radio Networks.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Here's a quick look back at Potter seasons past.
0-1 is a breaking ball hit really well to right field. Cook goes back. Forget about that one. Reese Ragatz comes through. A big 3-run home run. Ragatz doing it for the Potters finally, and the Potters lead this one 15-11. Jumped on the curveball and just rode it. That ball is way out of here. I mean, way out of here. A home run for Trey Furry, number 2. And I think Trey has made a statement, and that statement is, I want to be the post-game guest on the Lincoln Potters broadcast on the Stones Radio Networks. I think I can make that happen. But let's don't jump the gun, as that was You see every once in a while where the fielders don't move. On that one, the left fielder just turned his back on the left side. Hit high in the air to right field, and it is deep, and it is gone. That is a grand slam home run for Justin Olson. That's what I call payback. You strike me out the first time, I granny on you the second time. Potters lead this one 6-2. That's the way to endear yourself to the Potters, ladies and gentlemen. Coming in 2 on Pruitt. Hit high and deep to left field. Forget about that one. Forget about that one. That's Dan Pruitt. That's 24 home runs this season. That's 2 home runs so far in his stint as a Potter. And the Potters lead this one now 9-4. As Pruitt obviously specializing in the no-doubt variety. 16-4. Hit well to left field. Go back, look up, forget about it. Troy Shields joins the home run parade, a 2-run shot. And that makes it 18-4 in favor of the Potters. And I think that might be the 10th guy in the Potters to hit a home run, or the 10th home run for the Potters. A 2-run shot by Troy Shields gives him 6 runs batted in on the season. 2 home runs, 12 batted in. That's hit high in the air to left field. Hit down and up in the air to left field. Going back is Allen. Still going back. He runs out of room. That ball's out of here. Peyton Brennan did it again. So, I don't know. Again, it's Texas, so you don't really know. That's hit out to center field, short center field. Jansen's coming in. He falls down, gets up, makes the catch. And then he's going to throw. It's going to come to third. Chamiso cuts it off. The tag is applied, and I think they got him at third base. They did. And I do believe the run is scored. We'll double check and make sure. Ryan Crooner. High fly ball right field. Going back. Forget about it. A pinch hit home run for Luke Lavin. Fourth Potters home run of the game. 2 balls and 1 strike. Gaston comes down the line at the third. That's hit sharply down the line at third. What a play by Furry. Gets up, throws it across the diamond on a hop to first. What a play by Trey Furry. The runner could not advance. Off first a little bit. Here's the 1-1. Line drive left field. Garrity's going back. He's still going back. Reaches up. And he got it. The throw comes in. First base relay, double play. Garrity with an unbelievable catch that no one, including me, thought he caught because he was flying away. He jumps up, sticks the ball up in the air, gets it into the second baseman, Auden, who throws to first for the double play.
Potters fans, Potter up.
Hello and welcome to McBean Stadium in Lincoln, California for another exciting night of Lincoln Potters baseball. I'm Mark the Phantom Lowe along with my partner, the great Stones McCoy, and engineer Riley. And tonight the Potters return to the Bean for the finale of a 3-game series against the Walnut Creek Crawdads. The Potters lost Friday's game 1, 9-3, but came back in a big way to win yesterday afternoon, 14-12 down in Walnut Creek to even things up. Reuben Church had the big hit, a grand slam in the top of the 11th in a game where Lincoln was down 10-4. Entering the top of the 8th inning. Tonight marks the final game between these two teams in the season, with the Crawdads holding a 4-2 advantage. Potters need to grab this one to solidify their position in the CCL North playoffs and also notch their first home win since July 6 when they pounded the Admirals. Manager John Peters looking for more of that action when this one gets underway, and that will be with our first pitch right after this short break on the Stones Radio Networks.
Have you ever wondered, what is CMN? I thought so. Let me help. CMN stands for Children's Miracle Network, a non-profit organization that raises money for children's hospitals. Locally, UC Davis Children's Hospital is your CMN hospital, the only one in our area. It is a nationally ranked comprehensive children's hospital that provides the highest quality of care to pediatric patients like me. How is this level of care possible? With help from CMN donations. CMN teamed with corporate partners and community donors to fundraise for things like equipment, research, and patient care. All money raised locally during campaigns like this stays local to support children treated at UC Davis Children's Hospital. sick and injured kids can't wait to get the care they need. And thanks to generous donors, partners, and fundraisers like you, we don't have to. Please give wherever you see the Miracle Balloon, and thank you for supporting CMN at UC Davis.
Old Town Pizza, a proud sponsor of your Potters baseball, will deliver you a slice that you won't soon forget. Come see why they've been voted the best of the best 12 straight years. Visit otpizza.net to get yours today. But don't take it from me.
I think Old Town Pizza should be expanded through the state or even through the country because it's so delicious.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to McBean Stadium in lovely Lincoln, California. We are just about ready for some baseball action between the Potters and the Walnut Creek Crawdads. The honor guard coming off the field, the Sunday staple. Mark DeFenlo here, joined by, well, Riley the engineer, because I can't help it, but also by my buddy, Stones McCoy.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. A good friend of mine, Phantom, sitting to my right. I love being up here with you, buddy.
Well, you're going to be up here for this game, and hopefully you're going to be up here for a Potters W. As first thing I want to ask you, Stones McCoy, before we even get started, the Potters have played Walnut Creek and Healdsburg the last 8 games. They are 4-4 in those 8 games, which is very respectable because those are 2 excellent ball clubs.
500.
All 4 of those wins have been on the road. What's going on?
That's the question.
What's going on?
That's the $1 million question right now. What is going on? It's amazing to me to think that both teams, too, the Crawdads, they can take advantage of going on the road, but they can't defend the home, and the Potters haven't been able to defend the home either. This is just, it's bizarro world, but it is summer league baseball. So, I think part of it has to do with that.
Yeah, you get going. It starts and stops. You're good one night. You're not so good the next night. People are swinging hot bats. We talked with JP about it today. Potters this year have had a different MVP just about every week. Yeah. And that's not usually the way it's been. We've usually had guys who've stood out, but they've stayed pretty consistent. A couple of guys. This year it's been a bunch of different guys.
Yeah, like he said in the pregame, and if you haven't seen the pregame, please go back and check out the beginning of this. It was actually really informative.
Yes.
There's been a lot of movement, like he said. And it's not normal for this amount of movement within the organization. We're not used to seeing that. JP's not used to it either. So, that plays a huge part as far as, putting back-to-back wins together, things of that nature. The team is kind of changing a dynamic every week or so, and, you just got to try to stay ahead of that.
Yeah, excellent point. Torno Heron on the mound for the Potters today. He's got a record 0-0, 3.60 ERA, 5 innings pitched. He's got 10 strikeouts and 2 walks, and Stones in that interview JP was talking about that Torn, usually his Achilles heel so far is he's just throwing a little too many pitches to try to get what he's getting done. Obviously the numbers are pretty good, but he's just throwing too many pitches.
Well, that's just it. I mean, at some point in time when you're throwing as well as Torn is, you want to try to miss some bats. And
yes.
The problem is that he's been leaving a lot of stuff in the zone. Other hitters are fouling pitches off. They're working counts on him. What you'd like to see today out of Torrin, got a good defense set up behind you. Go ahead and pitch to that contact, pitch to your strength, and let the chips fall where they may. Let's see that defense help you out.
Yeah, Potters and the Crawdads both going for trying to get a spot in the CCL playoffs. Now, the Crawdads already have it, but Stones, they are not. This may be one of the craziest years in the CCL North since we've been in there because Healdsburg has not wrapped up the title yet. The Crawdads just a game and a half behind Healdsburg as we start play today. And a shocker from Solano. Yes. The Mudcats in 10. They walk off the Prune Packers 6-5. The day before, yesterday, that would have been. It was 30-2 in favor of the Prune Packers, and give the Mudcats a heck of a lot of credit for coming back out the next day and getting by the bootstraps and going out and getting that win. Just about ready to get started here. Ryan Ellis will start us off for the Crawdads, followed by Brian DeRoff and Ryan Brome, the first 3 hitters against Torrin O'Haron.
Slight delay out in right field as Nolan Murphy.
Yes.
Or McCarthy, excuse me. He plays for us. Nolan Murphy general manager assistant, I believe, was out there
Assistant general manager.
trying to fix the signs out there in right field, and umpire just looked at him and said, get off the field. We don't care.
The sign said anybody caught trespasser will be shut on site.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's not
is
right.
Is that the Tesla sign?
I looked out there where you were pointing, and I thought there was someone stuck in the fence. So I wish it was Nolan, by the way, if there was somebody stuck in the fence.
Newcastle Properties Group is what they're trying to fix currently.
Well,
so
you got to do that because I tell you, there's some great properties in Newcastle.
There is.
I know about them. My in-laws live in Newcastle, so and they've got a property, by the way. So you might want to call me. I'll get you over to Newcastle Properties.
Yeah,
you're right. They're just kind of scaling the wall out there, trying to put it together. They can do that between innings.
They can.
It doesn't really matter that much.
It's funny. Brock Raggets, the pitching coach for our beloved Potters, has run out there now. He's the main guy now. He's right there on the ladder trying to make sure all the loops are put up.
Supervising.
Yep. And then you also, who else do you have out there?
Can we get Riley on this and get a zoom out there?
Yeah, zoom us out
there.
There
you go, Riley.
Show the
Fantastic,
guys.
Riley,
You
the engineer.
Eric
there you go.
Vassar's
How
out
many
there
Potters
right
does it
now?
take to put up a sign? That's what we got.
No doubt, man.
So is that Eric Vassar, 41?
No, 27, Eric Vassar.
That's Eric's 27. Okay, very good. Oh, Cooper Robinson, I believe, was
Cooper's
41.
out there because he's tall,
He's very tall, and that's the guy I would get to put a sign together.
I would, too.
That's good planning by Brock Raggets. Are we ready to go here with Torin O'Haron out of Stanford? The right-hander, as we said, no record, just 5 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts. He comes from Rockland, California. And the Potters, Stones need, as we said, the last time they won at home was the 6th of July when they blitzed the Admirals 22-0. Since then, every win has been on the road.
Yeah, it's we gotta improve the home record, and we have the crowds.
The crowds have been so great this year.
They've always been behind us. We really need them tonight.
And they've been beating the heat and coming out here. Fantastic. Here we go. Ellis waits. That one's outside for a ball. Ryan Ellis, 376 on the season, 3 home runs and 22 runs batted in. He's been a Potter killer for a long time as a member of the Crawdads. Next one is in there for a strike, right around 90 miles an hour for Torin O'Haron. Trying to effort Ryan Ellis here so we can tell you that he's from Peoria, Arizona, which I think is pretty cool because Peoria should be in Illinois.
Yeah.
1-1 pitch, just a little bit outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Just getting started here from McBean Stadium. 3 games to go on the home schedule after today, next Wednesday, Friday, and then we cap it off on Sunday against the Admirals. There's a fastball that's in there, 92 from Torin O'Haron.
It's important for him to be catching the corners like this to lefties and righties tonight. It's going to be a big deal for him if he can get that pitch.
Something we saw from the Crawdads pitchers the other night.
Yep.
Shane especially was really finding his spots with his fastball. 2-2 pitch sails high and outside, so it's 3 balls and 2 strikes on Ryan Ellis to start us off. Duroff to follow, then Brum. Tyson Pointer in the cleanup spot today for the Crawdads. Then Joey Donnelly, Max Farfan hitting 6 Cole Fellows, Ryder Helfrich, and Charlie Welch batting 9th and playing shortstop today. 3-2 pitch. Hit sharply out to the right to second base, picked up by over to first by Herrera. Nice play by Patrick Herrera. He's really handled second base well, and the out is recorded. 1 down here in the top of the first.
He's got great range out there. Second baseman needs to have good range, and he really does have good range at second base.
And it's important, too, when you're going to your right like he is.
Yes.
You got to have a stronger arm than people think second basemen need to have because you go to your right, you're up the middle. You got to make that strong throw, and he made it perfectly there. So that brings up Brian Duroff. 293 for Brian. He's out of Danville, California. He does have 4 home runs on the summer. 1 down here in the first. O'Haron, Duroff hits it down the third base line over by the dugouts, which are not as congregated zones as we've talked about as they are later in the game.
Absolutely.
Yeah, especially the Potters.
After this next pitch, let's set the defensive lineup.
That's a great idea. We'll do that after Torin throws the 0-1 pitch to Brian Duroff. Hit sharply to third base, handled over there by Mendocini. J.J. Mendocini making his first play as a Potter, and he makes it a good one. He guns it across the diamond to Chamiso for the second out.
And speaking of Messini, you got J.J. Messini over at third base. Playing shortstop today. Auden is over there. Patrick Herrera at second base. Zach Chamizo over at first. Luke Lavin behind the dish. Ben Romano, Tyler Garrity, and the new guy, Alexander Johnson, in right field tonight.
And Big Ben Higdon is
I
our
heard
designator.
Big Ben Higdon.
Yes,
He got
Pat
a new
tried
name,
He tried to get that in there.
All
We're going
right.
to workshop it. We'll see. I want to help him out. His memory was he did it. Pat left it all on the field. And I want to make sure that we give him credit.
No
but
doubt.
we'll have to run that by Ben and see what he thinks, or his mom Julie, or Grandma in Florida.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got the whole family.
We got some updated rosters.
Oh, fantastic!
There. So
I
there you
love
go.
that. That is down low for a ball. So, yeah, we've got J.J. Menacini, Menacini, and brother Austin both on the squad now. So we've got the updated roster. That's very good to have here as the Potters. Inside for a ball, 3-0.
Yeah, that looked like it may have caught part of that zone coming across the body there.
I know you're young, you're new at this, but if they don't call it a strike, it's not a strike.
Just not,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, I know.
Okay.
I know you're young, but that's in there for a strike.
That one.
I know what you're trying to say.
That one looked like a strike.
Okay, and it was.
Okay, good.
So you're beginning to recognize.
I'm learning.
It's different from up here. I know that.
It is a little different.
3 balls, 1 strike on Ryan Brome. He takes that one outside for the base on balls. Ryan came in 339 and 3 home runs, and that'll bring up Tyson Pointer in the cleanup spot today. 7 home runs and 24 batted in for Tyson Pointer.
Currently the leader in the CCL for home runs in the North.
Fantastic. He's out of Richardson, Texas, and University of Texas at Arlington. Yeah, 7, that's a pretty impressive. He's got a guy in his team. I think Farfan has 9, but a lot of those were in non-league play.
We're talking about league play.
Absolutely. Here. That's hit sharply, but fouled on the first base line. So it's 0-1 on Tyson Pointer. Joey Donnelly, who always hits well against the Potters, he is on deck. Tyson was 2 for 4 in Friday's game here at McBean Stadium, won by the Crawdads 9-3. Leaded first by Brome. O'Haron to the plate. Down in the dirt, nice block by Luke Lavin.
Good stop there by Lavin. Just looking out there, the wind is blowing in tonight, and that's not normal for a Lincoln game to have the wind blowing in from center field like it is currently.
As we talked to JP, that was the opposite of yesterday when they were in Walnut Creek and they had a jet stream going. Check swing, did he go? I don't think he did. No, he did not. We're going to ask the first base umpire. They could ask me. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
Don't ask me.
Yeah, you were talking about Luke Lavin. I think he's really been impressive behind the plate. Young guy going to Stanford, but really shown a lot of ability behind the dish for the Potters this summer. Here's the pitch on the way. That's in there for a strike. I'm going to call that before the umpire does.
There you go.
Sometimes you got it, Stones.
Well, and on top of Luke Lavin's skills behind the dish, I really think the Potters pitchers like throwing to him. I think they feel real comfortable with him behind the dish.
And that's beyond his years when you get a guy like that. 2-2 coming up. Check swing outside for a ball. O'Haron at 83 on the break-in pitch. So, yeah, the Prune Packers fell to the Mudcats 6-5. Crawdads and the Potters, the last game in the CCL, much as South action going on. Foresters beat the Riptide 9-4. There goes the runner. 3-2 pitch is fouled back and fouled out of here. So good crowd filing in here. About a half an hour ago, Stones thought, hey, we need some more people here. And they all heard you, and they just kind of said, hey, Stones wants us at the park. And they came out here, and here they are.
I made a couple calls.
Great crowd. And like you say, the fans have been fantastic this year. 3-2 pitch, call, strike 3. That's it. O'Haron walks off the mound with the third out. No runs, no hits. We go to the bottom of the first. It's the Crawdads nothing. Potters coming to bat.
Loomis Basin Brewing Company, a proud sponsor of your Lincoln Potters. Visit them at 3277 Swetzer Road in Loomis or call 916-259-2739.
Have you ever wondered, what is CMN? I thought so. Let me help. CMN stands for Children's Miracle Network, a non-profit organization that raises money for children's hospitals. Locally, UC Davis Children's Hospital is your CMN hospital, the only one in our area. It is a nationally ranked comprehensive children's hospital that provides the highest quality of care to pediatric patients like me. How is this level of care possible? With help from CMN donations. CMN teamed with corporate partners and community donors to fundraise for things like equipment, research, and patient care. All money raised locally during campaigns like this stays local to support children treated at UC Davis Children's Hospital. Sick and injured kids can't wait to get the care they need. And thanks to generous donors, partners, and fundraisers like you, we don't have to. Please give wherever you see the Miracle Balloon, and thank you for supporting CMN at UC Davis.
Lincoln Potters Baseball, come on out and join in the fun.
Bottom of the first out here. Potter's coming to the plate against Austin Bergeron, the right-hander from Olathe, Kansas. 6'3" out of University of Lincoln, University of Nebraska at Lincoln. He's 1-0 on the season, 4.26 ERA, 21 innings, 23 strikeouts, and 15 base on balls. He'll face the first three Potters, Luke Auden and then Zach Chamiso and Ben Higdon against Austin Bergeron. Number 4 is Patrick Herrera, then Luke Lavin batting 5th. Alexander Johnson's hitting 6th today, the right fielder. Tyler Garrity in center field. Ben Romano in left field, and the new guy, J.J. Mendocini, at third base, rounds it out for the Potters. And here's Luke Auden, and Luke has been very, very impressive this year. 305 batting average, Stones, but an on-base percentage of .539.
Yeah, he is. He's finding his way on these bases, and that's what's allowing Potters to keep scoring all the runs they've been scoring.
Yeah,
he's just got to keep it up.
Sorry, he settled in about mid-season as the leadoff guy, and he's been there ever since. And the first pitch from Bergeron is down low at 89. 1 ball and no strikes.
Bergeron, he tends to favor the fastball and the slider. I've come to understand. So
okay,
that first one
picking the brains of somebody. That's a good job.
And I was told his fastball sits around 88 to 90 miles an hour. So you know those first two pitches he's tossed, both of them for balls, but both of them are fastballs.
That's what we're thinking. And Luke is from Scottsdale, Arizona. 2-0 from Bergeron. That looks good. It is good. Right down the middle at 85. 2-1. Luke at Georgia Southern University. 305, 11 runs batted in, and 20 runs scored for the Potters this summer in just 19 games. Leading Potter in on-base percentage. Check swing, and that looked pretty good in there for a strike. Evens it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Luke. Zach Chamiso, the Lincoln High product, on deck, and then Ben Higdon for the Potters here.
The Zach of all trades on deck, huh?
That's right. That's Zach of all trades over there. Bergeron works from the windup. Here's the 2-2. Check swing, and did he go? No, he did not. 3-2. He also has the ability, Stones. Luke takes some of the closest pitches I've ever seen.
Yes.
And usually comes out on the good side. Nobody ever comes out on the good side all the time, but it seems like he comes out on the good side more often than not. So 3-2 now on Luke Auden, starting off the bottom of the first here for the Potters, trying to get the win in the rubber game of this 3-game series. Lines it foul down the left field line into the bullpen area. Luke, a switch hitter, batting left-handed against Bergeron. It'll be 3-2, and there you go, Stones. This is a great vantage point for seeing guys come up there with those fat cat dogs. Man, don't they look good coming up here?
I miss a fat cat dog
man,
right now.
They look so good.
I would call somebody.
3-2. Line drive over shortstop into left field. That's a base hit for Luke Auden. He's done it again. And he'll be at first base with nobody out, and Zach Chamiso coming to the plate.
Set the defensive lineup.
Excellent idea.
For the Crawdads out there, we got Duroff in left field, Fellows in center, Pointer over there in right field, Max Farfan, Charlie Weish, Ryan Ellis, and Joey Donnelly across the infield. Ryder Helfrich behind the dish, and Ryan Brome, he'll be DHing today.
Okay, well done. Luke Auden at first base. Here's Zach of all trades, Chamiso. He hits a ground ball, big hopper to second base, handled over to short for one, and not going to get Zach at first base. So it's a fielder's choice. Auden is retired. From Ellis to Welch.
Yeah,
that will bring up Ben Higdon.
You're not going to get it. He's too fast. That ball, if you're not charging that ball, you're not going to get him at first.
Yeah, and you got to wait for the big hop, so really you're not going to charge it. So that you take what you can get, and here's Ben Higdon, 256 on the season. 4 home runs and 15 runs batted in for Ben out of Paducah, Kentucky.
I understand he got a new nickname.
He got a new nickname, but it hasn't been cemented yet.
Okay.
That one gets away, and it'll go back to the backstop, and Chamiso will go down to second base. Well, see, what happened was when Riley was typing up the names for the alignments that you were just reading, he typed in Big Higdon for some reason. We don't know why.
Maybe
Riley said he bumped his elbow on the shelf, and so Pat jumped on that and then made him big, and then he's Ben, so Big Ben. And then he hit a home run,
So
and
now
things are happening.
That's on.
You know how it goes. So it's 1-0 on Ben. Lines that one foul out of play, so it's 1-1 on Ben Higdon.
So Riley had the ball rolling, but really Pat's the one that cemented it.
Riley did it, but he did it as he often does inadvertently.
Okay.
So
like everything else.
He did it by accident, but I think it's caught on. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Well, let's see what happens in this at-bat.
Exactly. That's exactly what we're going to have to do. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bergeron checks second base. Chamiso's off. That's a nice-looking pitch in there for a strike at 86. 1-2. Patrick Herrera on deck. He has homered 4 times in July. Second baseman batting in the cleanup spot.
As far as the league is concerned, he's tied for 6th in the league with 4 home runs.
There you go.
So power hitter for the Potters up there right now in a good spot.
1-2 now to Higdon. Chamiso up at second. Line drive down the right field line. I don't think it's going to stay fair. It's in the Potters bullpen, so that means it isn't, in fact, foul, because it's not fair if it's in the bullpen. Charlie Welch, the shortstop, trying to shadow Chamiso, keeping him close so he doesn't get a real good jump, and then tries to get back to his spot right before the pitch is delivered.
Just trying to figure out who scattered the most down there. Can't really.
There's a lot of candidates.
There's like
I know
7 guys down there right now.
Higdon fouls that one at the plate. Speed pitch, 1-2. That's the thing. Potters like to congregate in the bullpen or in front of the dugout.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that's Potterville.
The dugout is off limits, I think.
I think the umpires get mad about the dugout one.
Yeah, I do.
And you kind of got it. You can have coaches out there, but other than that.
But the Crawdads have taken up exactly.
Yeah, they have, and I tip my cap to them for that. 1-2 to Higdon. There goes Welch back to a spot. Ground ball. Big hopper to first base. That's a foul ball. Going to be a tough play by Joey Donnelly. He probably could have beat Higdon to first, but Ben runs pretty well for a big Ben.
Yeah.
And so might have been advantageous for the Crawdads. That one went foul, but it's still 1-2. So Big Ben staying tough in there, fouling off a couple at the 1-2 count.
It would have been tricky anyway because Ben didn't get out of the box really on that one. He had a good eye that was foul, but you're right.
1-2. Just getting started, bottom of the first. Potters retired the Crawdads with just a walk surrendered by Torrin O'Haron. Got the strikeout to end the inning. 1-2 on Higdon. Line drive right field. I think that's going to stay up, though, and caught out there by Pointer.
No tag.
Hit the ball well, but Jet hit it too hard, and it wasn't high enough really to think about tagging. So Higdon hits it solidly, but lines out to right for the second out. That'll bring up Patrick Herrera, who said Patrick has been on a good streak. He's at .297 on the season, .369 on base percentage, 11 runs batted in, 18 runs scored, and 4 home runs. And he's hit 3 of those in the last 5 games. So he has been hot when he's on the field for the Potters, and they could use a little bit of early lead here if I can ask for something on a Sunday. Berggren comes to stretch, looks back at Chamiso. Now Zach has a lot of room out there. And Herrera had a cut at that one and fouled it back to the screen.
I love watching when they fell back to the screen, and the guys, we have those seats right up on the screen now, and the moment it hits the backstop, you see 5 people jump. I love it.
Yeah, that's what the fans, the real YouTube fans, they're on Sones Radio Network's YouTube, and they know they watch the games a lot. That's what they look for. And I think that's a drinking game at home.
Oh,
I think it is.
Sign me up.
Of course. Herrera takes that one on the outside corner for a call strike. 0-2. Patrick followed by Luke Lavin. Potters have a runner in scoring position, but 0-2 now on Patrick Herrera. Chamiso getting a pretty good jump off there. Herrera slams one foul down the first base line over by the Potters dugout.
Good thing they don't have a pitch timer in this. Berggren be burning through that 20 seconds every time he takes a pitch.
Yeah, I don't know that I could get that. I could get behind a pitch clock on this level. I don't really think.
I don't know.
We already have enough problems.
No, you're right. You have me up here.
He's going to have a 20 seconds just getting the sign clock.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I'll go with you there.
Okay.
That one's okay. You got to get the sign within 5 seconds, okay? Herrera takes that one in the dirt, and it goes back to the backstop. And moving over to third is Zach Chamiso.
Tough ball for Helfrich. Just literally bounced right in between his legs off of home plate. You just never know exactly how the ball's going to bounce, so it's a tough block.
Yeah, and if it goes straight back here at Potter Stadium, I call it, it's more than often going to come back at you, but that one went off to the side, and it hits that one side wall there and goes all the way down to the Potters dugout, and one of the Potters kicks it, and all of a sudden we got to run.
It's a soccer match.
That's my idea. I don't know if it's going to be approved, but that's my idea. Now it's 1-2 on Herrera. Here's Berggren. Patrick hits it sharply down to third, scooped up over there by Farfan across the diamond to first, and they got him by a couple of steps. So the Potters threaten but don't score. We go to the second inning. Potters nothing, Crawdads nothing.
It begins on the farm, where hard work breeds motivation. Care is taken under watchful eyes. With new growth comes inspiration, where playtime is mandatory. Welcome to Dueling Dogs Brewing Company. Meet the Stevens, a husband and wife who work hand in hand to craft exclusive small batch beer, mead, and cider. Using locally sourced ingredients to ensure freshness in every glass. Where a community of farmers, local artisans, and amazing food make for a truly inspired atmosphere. At the end of the day, we know the value of hard work. The families it unites, it's in the pride we take, the stories we tell, and the best friends who are cherished. Dueling Dogs Brewing Company.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Top of the second from McBean Stadium. Mark DeFanlo here with you, along with Stones McCoy. Riley, the engineer, is over there somewhere. Don't know exactly what he's up to. Joey Donnelly, Max Parfan, and Cole Fellows, the first three hitters for the Crawdads against Torrin O'Haron. And Stones, we talked with JP before the game. We talked about Torrin O'Haron keeping his pitches down. What did you think of the way he went through the first?
You know, he threw a couple more too many pitches in that first inning, but he did keep the traffic down out there on the base pass, kept them up, with a 0. So not a bad one, but it's not exactly what JP was asking. He was asking to keep those pitches down,
right.
Fewer pitches per inning so you can get a little bit of length out of them. Well, let's see what he can do in the second.
Yeah, it seems he did give up a walk, so obviously he threw a lot of more pitches, but sometimes you can do that and still keep the pitch down and getting the other, and not going deep in the count, the other hitters, but he did go deep in the count on a couple of them. Here's Joey Donnelly, 350 on the season, 3 home runs and 24 runs batted in, and Joey has been good against the Potters all season long. He was 2 for 4 in the game on Friday. Here's the first pitch. Swing on and fouled in the catcher's glove for a strike. Let's go to the next window right there. When they come up here, Stone, sometimes you got to deal with traffic.
Yeah.
Almost a traffic cop up here.
Wish I could give them the winning numbers. I just don't know them.
You should just ask them, what are your numbers? That was them. That's what I would say.
Can I borrow your ticket for a second?
Yeah, let me your ticket. I'm going to check with Willie. 0-2 now on Joey Donnelly.
Donnelly is in the CCL, 363. Sixth in the CCL.
There's a swing and a miss. That's a tough strikeout right there. 1-2-3 from Torrin O'Haron on Joey Donnelly. And Max Parfan coming to the plate. Now, Max, as you talked about Stone's the 7 home runs from the 7 home runs from Tyson Pointer being the top in the CCL. Farfan actually has 9, but not all in CCL play.
Correct. Yeah, he's got 5 in the CCL. That actually puts him tied for second with one of his teammates.
Wow. So Farfan is the hitter. 1 out here. He's out of Soledad, California. He takes high for a ball. Max from University of Illinois at Chicago, UIC, we call it in the business.
UIC.
I do not know their mascot. I wish I did.
I'll look it up for you.
Fastball is in there for a strike, 1-1. At 91 for Torrin O'Haron. Cole Fellows to follow for the Crawdads, who got a break today as far as chasing the Prune Packers for the CCL North title. They are Prune Packers losing to Solano. That is high. Solano actually beat the Prune Packers twice this season. 1 ball and 1 strike now. Or 2-1, on Max Farfan. 256 is the average for Max. That's for the entire season. That's fouled right back at us, so it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
It looked like it was heading right for me.
I'm sorry about that. Sometimes that happens. Your reaction time, not what it used to be.
So Chicago, Illinois, and you said UCI, and you put UCI in
That's
the Google.
Irvine.
It's Irvine.
University of Illinois at Chicago.
So yeah,
maybe it's UIC.
There we go.
That is just inside, I guess. 3-2. Good pitch by Torrin O'Haron. Didn't get the call that he wanted, so we'll go full with Max Barfin.
Oh, you're going to love this one.
I already do. That's high for a ball, so he loses them on ball 4 there, too high after the Third one, he thought he had him there, but did not, so Cole Fellows will be the hitter.
Not somebody you want coming up right now either. Cole Fellows, 25 RBIs in the CCL right now. Tied for third, got a runner on base, one down here. Not a great spot, but you let the folks know about your UCI mascot. His name is right there.
Yeah, but are they the Dragons then?
They're the
And
Dragons.
their guy's name is Sparky D. Dragon.
Sparky D. Dragon.
I love it. Get me the merch. First pitch is outside. Sparky D. Dragon.
Sparky D. Dragon.
Man.
No.
Sparky the Dragon and Piper the Peacock and have themselves a nice little brawl, my friend.
We got to put a D in Piper's name.
So here's Fellows. Hits that one down to third, past third into left field for a base hit, rounding second. Ball scooped up out there by Romano, gets it in quickly, so Farfan has to stay at second base, but a solid single by Fellows down the line. J.J. Menacini trying to make a backhanded stop. He's got the sun in his eyes to begin with, and that ball was hit like a rocket down the third base line. So 2 on and still just 1 out, and Ryder Helfrich will be the hitter. The catcher hitting on the season at .261 with 6 runs batted in for the Crawdads. And he's followed by Charlie Welch in the order. Ryder hitting in the 8th spot today. Out of Discovery Bay, California. University of Arkansas at Fayetteville for Ryder Helfrich.
Great fishing out in Discovery Bay, by the way.
You know about that now.
I do.
Because all of a sudden, Jones is a fisherman. Well, I mean, it happened literally 2 weeks ago, and now he's a fisherman. Because he met the great Tom Maley.
I finally met Tom Maley, and he sparked my interest in getting back out there on the water.
0-1. Let's stay on land for this one. 0-1 on Ryder Helfrich as Torno Heron steps off the rubber because he heard about stones and he was disgusted by you and your fishing. He's not disgusted that you go fishing. That's fine. That's great. But that's all you do now. And that's scary, man.
I like to do broadcasting.
That is scary. Well, you should. That's chopped out. It's going to be a tough play. Handled by O'Haron. Nice job by Torn. Goes to first. Nice play by Torn O'Haron. And he got him at first base. That is the only play he could have made, as that was a big high chopper and not enough time for Menacini to get in there. But O'Haron comes in, makes the plays. The runners do advance to second and third now with 2 outs. And here's Charlie Welch, who is a relative newcomer to the Crawdads. He's just 4 for 11 on the season. Green Bray, California, and San Mateo College, or College of San Mateo, if you prefer. I kind of like it that way. Anyway, Charlie making his appearance. He's, as we said, 4 for 11 so far, taking over the shortstop spot. We're used to seeing Matt King out at that spot playing against the Crawdads. O'Haron's going to go from the windup here, and it's hit sharply to third. Menacini has it, comes up, goes across the diamond. Nice play by JJ, and that's the end of that inning. No runs, 1 hit. They left 2. We go to the bottom of the second. Crawdads nothing, Potters nothing.
Lincoln Area Archives Museum is the official partner of the Potters' 100th anniversary season. The museum is located just around the corner in Bierman Plaza in the center of the Old Historic District. Plan your visit and learn about early Lincoln history.
The mouth-watering Big Mac with a savory Filet-O-Fish and a tasty McChicken. My goodness, that looks good. Oh, you're making a McDonald's menu hack. Yes, a land, air, and sea. Oh, it's going to tip over. No, it's good. It's good. Very stable. Order the land, air, and sea by name. Build it by hand.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Attention, California Collegiate League fans. Richardson is the official headwear provider of the California Collegiate League. Go to richardsonsports.com to view the latest baseball performance and lifestyle headwear. Richardson, quality in every stitch. And we've got the bottom of the second coming up. Stones McCoy, the Potters will send up Luke Lavin, Alexander Johnson, and Tyler Garrity. And so let's do our inning-by-inning recap of Torrin O'Haron and how many pitches he's thrown.
Actually, that was a much better inning for Torrin. I know that there were some people on the base paths, but the pitch count itself was nice. It's manageable. You know, under 15 is where you want to be. in the majors is what they say that. So you got to imagine that goes up a little bit for, D1, D2 pitchers,
Right.
probably 20, 22, somewhere around there. And as of right now, he's maintaining that. So that'll give him a little bit of longevity in this game, I think.
And what kind of ironic, the other night, one of the key plays early in the game was Ryder Helfrich beating out an infield grounder, and that was a good play by Torno Heron there defensively to throw out Helfrich on that big chopper to get the second out of the inning.
It's exactly what you teach as far as PFPs are concerned when you're talking about pitchers. Coming off the mound, the way he came off the mound, sets his back foot, picks up his target at first base, and fires a strike. I mean, you can't teach it any better than that.
Well, somebody taught him right then.
Yes.
I don't think it was
Wasn't
you.
me.
I know you're going to take credit for
I'm
it.
going to try.
Here's Luke Labin. 266 for Luke. 15 runs batted in, 12 runs scored, 2 home runs, 12 hits in his last 9 games, so he's been swinging a good bat for the Potters. The left-hand hitting catcher takes in the dirt for a ball. 1-0. Ryder Helfrich behind the plate for the Crawdads tonight.
There's Justin Olson and Trey Furry and the great Will Law.
I was going to say there's 3 tough guys walking right behind the home plate right now.
Yeah.
I did not know who they were. They were just ruffians, it looked like to me. Line drive to the right of second base. Nice play by Ellis. He gets up, throws to first, and gets him by a step.
Tremendous pick.
Brilliant play by Ryan Ellis to retire Lavin for the first out here in the bottom of the second.
And that's not easy. He's also in the sun. Believe it or not, this early in the game, the infield, shortstop, second base, third base, they're still dealing with the sun, too. So great job by Ellis going to his right, picking that ball up and tossing over to first.
With that swing, you can see why Luke Lavin has
Yes.
12 hits in his last 9 games.
You bet.
That ball was hit very, very well. Here's Alexander Johnson out of Sierra College, playing out in right field tonight. 2 for 7 for the Potters so far this season. Takes that one on the inside corner, which is not a strike anymore, so it's a ball.
No.
1-0.
When's have we seen Johnson here at the Bean yet?
Yes, I think he played on Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, he played on Friday. I think his first game was before that. Friday was his second game, did not play yesterday.
Gotcha.
And back in the lineup for JP in this one. So he's up here with 1 out, a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Right-handed hitter out of Sierra College. Bergren's delivery is big chopper. That's going to be a tough play for anybody. Swept up by the shortstop, Charlie Welch, but he could not make the catch. It's going to be an infield hit for Alexander Johnson. Again, even if Welch makes the catch, which is a very difficult play, not knowing if he'll be able to get the runner at first base. So it's an infield single, and Tyler Garrity will be the next Potter hitter.
Welch did exactly what you want to do with that, charging that, and then the swipe, the way you swipe it, you want to swipe it towards your infielder. So you're going to swipe it over towards first base, so you've got at least the pitcher, the first baseman there to pick up that ball if you miss it, but you cannot miss that ball.
Yeah, well, that was the thing, that if you wait for it, you're not going to have any chance. So you have to try to come in and get it. Here's Tyler Garrity out of Seneca, Kansas. Swings and misses at a fastball by Berggren. Tyler at 267, 368 on base percentage. He's got 20 runs scored. He's got 18 runs batted in, and he has 8 hits in his last 7 games. So as we talked about with JP a little bit, and you and I have talked about it too, Stones, we just have a different MVP every week for this ball club.
And I'm fine with that.
That's okay as long as we have one.
Yes.
That's all right.
Gotta have
we can
one,
have a
though.
couple. That's fine too. That's in there for a call strike 0-2. Nice location by Austin Berggren. Austin from Olathe, Kansas, and University of Nebraska at Lincoln. Right-handed pitcher. Comes in with a 1-0 record on the summer. 4.26 ERA. 0-2 coming up. Garrity takes it outside for a ball. As with many of them, Stones, as we've said so many times, so many of these pitchers, it depends almost extensively on how they keep runners off the base via the walk.
Absolutely. Berggren is not a starting pitcher by trade. He's a bullpen pitcher. This is like maybe a second or third start of the year for the Crawdads.
Here he goes. That's outside again, 2-2.
And generally your bullpen pitchers are your guys that, are going to minimize the walks, the free passes, those types of things. Getting an opportunity for him to start tonight, I think this is one of the things probably a school really is excited to see is what he can do by extending himself a little bit.
Yeah, 15 walks in 21 innings so far for Austin. Here's the pitch. Chopped foul off of Tyler Garrity. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, you want to see that to get down. But again, it's something we see all the time in summer ball. You're just as effective as you're controlling. It's amazing how many times you look at a box score after the game and the team that lost has fewer walks, but they also have more errors committed. It's just like the basic stuff that people talk about all the time, but it really matters, especially over the course of a summer.
At this level, you're right.
2-2 coming up from Berggren. That's fouled by Garrity, and he had to fight that one off as it was too close to him, too close to the inside corner to take, but he didn't think it was going to be a strike. He had to spoil it, and he did, and he stays alive. And he's followed by Ben Romano for the Potters. Ben playing out in left field today for Lincoln. Potters 14-14 in conference play.
In conference?
Yep.
If you look at Garrity, he's really right on top of that plate.
Yeah,
so
he
he's
does
trying to
stay
take
close.
away that inside pitch.
Swinging and a miss. He got him on strikes 87. Strikeout number 1 for Austin Bergeron, and now he'll face Ben Romano, the left field out of Mendham, New Jersey, and Tulane University coming up here with a runner at first. So both teams with runners in both innings. Potters had one in the first on the single by Odd, and then the single by Alexander Johnson here in the second. But Garrity strikes out, and here's Romano, who does have a home run on the summer and is driven in 16 for the Potters. 225 average, 380 on the on-base percentage. There goes the runner. The pitch is swung and hit high in the air to left center field.
It's going to be tough.
Left fielder moving over to Roth. He's going to shield his eyes from the sun and makes the catch in left center field for the third out. So a hit but nothing going for the Potters in the second. We go to the third, no score.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street. Only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
It's all you.
No, I insist.
It's your turn.
Nope, I think it's your turn.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Go.
I appreciate your appreciation. It fills me.
Safe drivers save money with Farmers.
Just for driving safely?
It's a Farmers policy perk. Get Farmers and you can get a safe driver discount simply for having a clean driving record for 3 years.
Come on. After you.
After you.
Safety first.
Get a whole lot of something with Farmers policy perks.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum. Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Top of the third. Mark the plan below here with you. Also, Stones McCoy here with you. We've got a 0-0 game in the top of the order. Ryan Ellis, Brian DeRoff, and Ryan Brome coming out. And Stones, you pointed out something about Torno Heron between innings that I thought was really great.
Yeah, I love he's got an excitement for the game. He runs out from the dugout to take his position at the mound.
Yeah.
And it's not something you see most pitchers at any level do. But it just reminds me of that excitement that you had, when you were younger and you just couldn't wait to get out there and start the game or continue to the game. He's got that kind of energy and excitement. I love to see that.
Yeah, and it's infectious. I think it transfers to the rest of the team. We've got JJ at third base is new. We got a couple of new guys. Alexander Johnson is new.
Yeah.
So guys who have been here the whole season long are going out there and approaching it with that way. That's a really good point. Okay, here we go. Ryan Ellis grounded to second his first time up back in the first inning, and he takes that one inside and low for a ball. 1-0. Ryan 376. Peoria, Arizona. 3 home runs, 22 runs batted in as we start the top of the third here. Fastball caught the outside corner, 1-1. Just 3 home games remaining on the regular season for the Potters, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Now, I think, Stones, do you know offhand if there's any? I think Star Wars night is on Friday, I think. I'm not sure.
I'm going to have to look that up for you.
I mean, that's important, so we got to know that.
Yeah, I'm going to have to look that up
1-1. Inside for a ball, 2-1. I mean, I don't want to get Luke and Leia and Han Solo on the wrong day. You know what I'm saying? But there's only 3 chances to see your Potters in the regular season, and you want to check out LincolnPotters.com. We appreciate you checking us out on the YouTube, Stones Radio Network, subscribe and everything. But if you want to come out to the ballpark, that's lifted down the third baseline. Mendocini's going after it. He's in foul territory. He reaches up, and I think he made the catches. Everybody's very, very excited.
Yes, he did.
Torno Heron, talk about that excitement, Stones. He's jumping up in the air over J.J. Mendocini, making a fabulous play over there in foul territory for the first out. You take a very dangerous hitter off the base paths right there. And, again, first time you're making your debut here. You're going to make a good impression, and that's what J.J. trying to do down there with that catch. And here's Brian DeRoff. He grounded out to third his first time up. 4 home runs, 28 runs batted in on the entire summer for Brian. 293 coming in to today. He's out of Danville, California. UNC Charlotte for Brian DeRoff. Here's O'Haron. First pitch is in there for a strike. 83, so he took something off that one.
22 RBIs in the CCL has got him 5th in the league currently. I mean, he's a hit machine, as you all know, but he's definitely driving in runs, too.
Yeah, Crawdads are really good with the stick. That one's popped up infield, called by Luke Odden at shortstop. He's got to fight sun, but hopefully it's above the sun, and he makes the catch for the out. So 2 away here, and that'll bring up Brian Brome, who was about as good a hitter as we see in the CCL and has been for a couple of years. 339 overall with 45 runs batted in as the designated hitter. Walked his first time up.
So July 28th, Star Wars night.
Yeah, that's Friday. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah.
Bay Area Admirals.
Ryan from Katy, Texas, in Texas Tech. Yeah, the Admirals are in town for the last. That one's also popped up. Here comes Torrin O'Haron after it. He's going to. He almost got it. One of the Potter legends should have been able to go catch that. And if it's like the Savannah Bananas, then you'd be out, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Where are those legends when we need them?
Matt was right there, Mr. Matt Lundgren, the president.
Yeah, you expect him to catch it? Have you seen that guy play?
Yeah, but if he catches it, it's like 3 outs, I believe.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's like when. No, I'm not going to go there. Not going to go there.
Don't do it.
I did not. Did you hear of any? Didn't they have a rematch up in Medford?
Yes, they did. I'm not going to talk to you about it.
Okay, we'll talk about it off here. Fastball just misses outside 1-1.
He hit the glove. Hit the target.
Hit the target where it was put.
Yep.
So I think we should take this one to a higher court.
I'm
going to use my coach's challenge on a strike call in the 3rd inning. Line drive right field. Is it going to stay up? It does for Alexander Johnson. He makes the play. So Brome hit it very, very hard, but right at the right fielder. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Crawdads nothing. Potters nothing.
Being in the market for a new home comes with more than just buying a property. It is finding the right house in the right neighborhood in the right community. Since 2005, Lori, with Frey & Associates Real Estate, has lived and worked as a real estate broker in Lincoln. She is passionate about local organizations and volunteers with them as well.
She's knowledgeable, she knows, she asks a lot of questions, she gets things done.
We still learn a lot from Lori, and she's very helpful, very positive, and has been wonderful, wonderful broker.
We at Frey & Associates are your local hometown realtor, and we are here for you.
Welcome back, Olympia's 5th grade orchestra.
Perhaps there's no place like your home because you made it so at RC Willey.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Bottom of the 3rd inning, no score here from McBean Stadium. Mark the Phantom low along with Stones McCoy. J.J. Menacini is making his debut for the Potters. He will be the first hitter. Then he's followed by Luke Odden and Zach Chamiso for Lincoln. I'm trying to find my most recent roster that'll tell me all about J.J. There it is. Out of Vacaville, California, Folsom Lake College. A tremendous baseball program over there.
We have 2 Menicinis on the team.
We do have
correct?
2 Menicinis, and I think that's the league maximum.
Okay.
I don't think you can have the 3rd, so
Okay.
that's good. JJ takes that one in there for a strike. 0-1. You can have 2 Menicinis.
But no more.
3 Menicinis means it's a Menacii. It's a different, it's a plural version.
Got it.
It's a grammar thing. Swings and misses at an off-speed pitch on the inside corner. 0-2 on JJ. Made a fine catch in foul territory to to keep Ryan Ellis off the bases. 0-2 now. Hit sharply out toward first base. Donnelly backhands it. He's going to look for the pitcher cover, and he makes the play and gets him by a step at first base. Nice play by Donnelly and by Berggren to come over and cover. So Mendocini is out 3-1, and here's Luke Odden, who singled to left field his first time up, so he is 1 for 1. Luke out of Scottsdale, Arizona. 305 coming in with a .539 on-base percentage. Added to that with his single in the first. He was erased on a fielder's choice by Zach Chamiso. But he was out there nonetheless, and we can't take that away from him. Excellent crowd out here on a very warm Sunday evening. It's getting close to pleasant time, but not yet. That is a fastball, and it's inside. 1-0.
Currently,
1-0.
Currently 95 degrees.
Oh,
there.
come on. That's nothing.
No.
Are you kidding me? Sharply hit and foul down the first base line, 1-1. We have had a run of warmer than usual weather here, Stones, and the crowds have been fantastic coming out in spite of the heat, and it's a much more comfortable place to spend the heat-filled nights than it was when you and I started back in, 2018?
2018.
When everything was uncovered.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
I'm going to talk to you about 2018 in a little bit.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Luke hits that one down the third base line, but it's foul. Is that Nate Esposito coaching third base down there?
That is Nate Esposito.
Made no effort at that ball at all.
Well, remember, a former big leaguer, he knows he's only going to make plays on balls he knows he can get.
Because if he doesn't get to it, it's not going to be an error if he messes it up.
There it is.
Yeah. He was a great interview. We had him up here a week or so ago. What a great guy. 1-2 on Luke. One out here in the third. Berggren's pitch is fouled back to the screen, and Zach Chamiso will collect that one. And it'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes once again on Luke Odden. 11 runs batted in, 20 runs scored for Luke. Leads the Potters in on-base percentage, averages over 2.5 times a game on base, and the halftime on base, I don't know how you do that still.
I don't either.
He fouls that one off, so he gets almost to first and has to go sit down. I don't think with that, no.
Or is it halfway between first and second?
I don't know. That means he was on base, though, so I don't know.
I don't know.
I'll have to talk to our stats guy, the great Bulldog, and see how that is.
They're not going to tell us.
No, didn't they go home already?
I think
they did, yeah. They said, I got to do 3 innings, that's it. That's in the dirt, 2-2. We haven't talked too much about our intern group this year.
No, we really haven't.
We're gonna have them tentatively now. I'll just give you what we call in the business, Stones, a linear tease. That's when you tease the same time of the day for a different day.
But I thought I put the kibosh on this whole thing.
No. You said it was okay.
Oh, I did?
That was the problem.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
2-2 pitch. Outside, ball 3. Again, Luke. No, you said it was okay to have.
Can I take it back?
For the pregame, for the warm-up on the final game, to have the intern staff be our guest.
Oh, I
pregame.
did.
You said that was okay.
I did.
And it's your network, so now you have to do it. And they're all excited about it.
They are.
Breaking ball in there, call strike 3, and not much doubt about that one. 81 miles an hour and a perfect bender by Berggren to get his second out of the inning and bring up Zach Chamiso. Zach with a home run in yesterday's game, hitting .322 with 2 home runs and 17 runs batted in. Had a fielder's choice back in the first inning, so he's 0 for 1 in this one. Ben Higdon on deck. Left-hander against right-hander. 2 outs, bottom of the third. From 95 degrees, very pleasant, Stones.
I think so.
And fouled it off. I think it is very pleasant. Yes, it is pleasant.
I mean, there are people hanging out by the misters down by the Brick and Barrel backyard.
Right. That's a great place
because you can watch the game on a big screen as well as have a beer at the same time.
I know that's.
So why wouldn't you?
Yeah, you got the big screen, you got the misters, you got the beer. That's a tremendous development down there. 0-1 on Zach, out of Lincoln High School and Sierra College, headed for UC Riverside. Takes that one inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. He's played third base. He's played shortstop. He's played second base. He's played first base. He's played left field.
He's played
probably played right field. Does he play center field?
I don't recall.
He pitched, I know, but he didn't catch. So
he hasn't
at least 7 of the positions we know. That is inside for a ball, which gives us, always makes me remember the great Thomas Greeley.
You bet, man. Oh,
Thomas
Greeley.
All 9 positions in one game.
One game, baby.
And it was my idea. No one ever gives me credit.
Nobody gave you credit.
Nobody's going to give me credit.
No,
and that's
of course not.
No. But what a guy. What a guy. Swing and a miss off speed pitch, 2-2.
The only thing that would be better with Zach Chamiso is if he switch hit.
Oh, that would be good.
Okay.
That would be good.
I mean, then
he plays everywhere. Then he bats everywhere.
Bats everywhere.
Yeah, I like that. 2-2. That's down low and inside. Ball 3. 3-2 on Chamiso.
Something tells me, though, if you told Zach, hey, I think it'd be beneficial if you learned how to switch hit, by next week, he'd be hitting from the right side.
No matter what you told him, he said, hey, you know something? If you were a mechanic in 2 weeks, that'd be great for your life. Okay, I'll be a mechanic. That's great. I'm a Zach of all trades. Swing and a miss. He got him on 3 breaking balls to end the inning. 2 strikeouts for Berger, and in the third, we go to the fourth. Potters nothing, Crawdads nothing.
Old Town Pizza, a proud sponsor of your Potters baseball, will deliver you a slice that you won't soon forget. Come see why they've been voted the best of the best 12 straight years. Visit otpizza.net to get yours today. But don't take it from me.
I think Old Town Pizza should be expanded to the state or even to the country because it's so delicious.
Placer Valley Tourism. Our mission is to increase the health of the hotel industry through occupancy and average daily rate in Roseville, Rockland, and Lincoln. Proud partner of the Potters in the 2023 West Coast World Series Tournament from August 8th to 11th.
Lincoln Potters baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Top of the fourth inning, McBean Stadium. Lovely McBean Stadium on a lovely summer night, Sunday evening. Torrin O'Haron out on the mound throwing his warm-up tosses. He's only thrown 43 pitches, Stone. So by your metric, by any metric, through 3 innings, that's pretty good.
Yeah, well, like I said, that first inning was a little bit too many. The second inning, he righted that ship, even with a couple of guys getting on. Was able to right that ship. Coming in now, fourth inning. 43 pitches, that's, less than 10.
So you'd say that was like a Goldilocks game.
Yeah, absolutely.
You had a little that was too many, and one wasn't enough, and now it's just right.
That's the great thing about pitching is that you could throw too many bullets one inning and not throw enough the next and even out, and you have exactly the amount of bullets you wanted to throw.
All right, I'm lost. I have no idea what we're talking about. Tyson Pointer will start us off, then Joey Donnelly, Max Parfan, 4, 5, and 6 for the Crawdads here in the top of the fourth. Pointer struck out looking his first time up. Swings and misses at that one. It gets past Luke Lavin. It's 0-1 on Tyson, who leads, as Stone told us last time, he leads the CCL with 7 home runs.
Yeah.
And that's no mean feat in the CCL.
Didn't look like he saw that pitch coming out of Torrance O'Haron's hand at all. He just kind of waved at it.
Yeah, they are in the shadows on the mound now, so a little bit different. Hit that one solidly into left field. He saw that one perfectly, a breaking ball that he laced into left field for a solid base hit. Second hit for the Crawdads, and Pointer down at first base, and Joey Donnelly will be the hitter. Tyson stole a couple of bases on Friday night, so we'll be on the lookout to see if he's going to be taken off. Joey Donnelly struck out back in the second, so he is 0 for 1, but a very dangerous hitter. The left-handed hitting first baseman out of Alamo, California, and UC Berkeley steps in here. So O'Haron now worrying about Pointer over at first, who has a short lead right now. A little bit outside for a ball, 1-0. So Pointer just got the good secondary lead that time, didn't make any effort to go. Donnelly's followed by Max Farfan here in the fourth inning for the Crawdads. Pointer had a couple of steals. He looks like he's going right now. The throw to first base, and I think it was a better throw, Stones, that might have had a chance of getting him.
Absolutely agree. If he throws that at his back feet as he's diving in, he's out. I mean, there's no question about it. He was creeping off.
He was creeping. I think he was going.
Yes.
Because, like I say, he stole bases against the Potters on Friday night. So here we go, 1-0. Swing and a miss by Donnelly. 91 from Torrin O'Haron. So that's something that's really tough, I think, for young pitchers when we Stones to be able to focus on the batter and the runner, because you kind of got to pay attention to both.
You absolutely have to. You got to keep him close. You can't put him in scoring position by not paying attention.
There he goes again. Now he's going back. Here's the pitch. Joey fouls it back to the screen. So now at 1-2. O'Haron very solidly between 90 and 92.
Yeah, that's his fastball. It's where he likes to keep it, right around 90, 92. And he's doing the right thing. He's got to fire those bulls. He's got to stay in the zone. He's got a good defense behind him. So no need to try to pick little spots here and there. Just throw it in there.
Don't
Let's
get
get
too
it in
fine.
there.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. 1 and 2. He's going to go to first. He's got him picked off. Now they got to run him down. Chamiso running him towards second. O'Haron comes back to cover first, and they're not going to get him. And he's back at first base. Chamiso came all the way off first base to try to run him down. I don't think he ran it far enough. He didn't run far enough when he let go of the ball, so it was a chance to get back. O'Haron trying to cover Stones, trying to cover behind Zach, but just couldn't get there in time.
Yeah, Zach, you want to run that guy down a little bit further and give Lavin an opportunity to get back over there to first base so it doesn't have to be O'Haron covering on that one.
So, as we said, Pointer has basically been caught twice now, but the Potters have nothing to show for it, and Tyson's going to take another half step over at first base. Here's the pitch outside for a ball to Joey Donnelly, 2-2. And you don't want to forget about Donnelly, obviously. He's got a couple of home runs on the season to go with 24 runs batted in. Nobody out here, top of the fourth, no score as of yet. Pointer getting the creep off. Now he's going back. Here's the 2-2. Fastball just misses outside, 3-2. So I'm maybe trying to get too fine with that one, or just maybe that's where he's trying to throw it, and he threw it exactly where he wanted to and didn't get the call. So it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Max Barfan to follow, nobody out. Donnelly, left-handed hitter against the right-handed Torn O'Haron. Let's see if Pointer goes on the 3-2 pitch. O'Haron holding it. Now he's going to go over to first base just to see if he can keep Tyson close over there. Zach Chamiso at first, Patrick Herrera at second for the Potters, Luke Auden at short, J.J. Mendocini at third, Romano, Garrity, and Johnson in the outfield, and as Stones mentioned, Luke Lavin behind the plate. 3-2 coming up to Donnelly. There goes the runner. The pitch is swung on and grounded meekly to first. Chamiso's going to take it himself. He does, keeps an eye on second base as Pointer is there. So moving the runner along, Donnelly with 1 out. Now Farfan, who walked his first time up, comes up to the plate.
Good as a bunt right there.
Absolutely good as a bunt. On the other hand, Joey Donnelly's a heck of a hitter, and if you can get him on a ground out to the infield, maybe you take that. Obviously you don't want runners in scoring position, but everybody, as we've talked about many times in the Crawdads lineup, can swing the bat. So anytime you get one of them out, it's a good thing. And if he moves a guy to second, then he moves a guy to second. That was hit so slowly, nothing Zach can do about that. Yeah. So here's Farfan. Fouls it off down the first base line, 0-1. Max with 9 home runs on the season, 5 of those in league play, 4 in non-conference play. So he's one of the top guys and run producers at 31 on the summer. Cole Fellows to follow him. Dancing off second is Pointer. Here goes O'Haron to the plate. Fastball on the corner, call strike 2. There's no reason to hold up on saying that. Just say strike 2.
Just strike.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Now, Farfan is from the University of Illinois at Chicago. They are the Dragons. Their mascot, Sparky D. Dragon.
D-Dragon.
Which I love them. I'm going to start following them because I'm going to dress as Sparky for Halloween.
I want to see that.
0-2. Check swing. Nice block by Lavin, 1-2. But you showed me Sparky D. Dragon, and it's classy. I don't know what league they're in, what conference, but it's got to be the best mascot in the league.
I think so. It looked a lot like the Chicago Bulls mascot. Did it not?
I guess.
Okay.
Maybe they get it from the same supplier.
Maybe.
Mascot costumes or something. 1-2. O'Haron throwing pitch number 55. Here it is. Swung on and fouled off.
I wonder if you could rent him out from the Bulls for your school.
Benny the Bull?
Benny the Bull,
I'm sure he does like community events and stuff. I don't know if you could rent him for like your birthday party. Like Riley probably wants him in his birthday. Riley probably wants Sparky D. Dragon at his, though. Yeah.
Come on.
Him and his buddies could party.
Come on.
Online. Check swing outside, 2-2. Torring almost got Farfan to go after that one, but Max held up, so it is 2 balls and 2 strikes now. 1 out here in the fourth. Oh, Stones, there's ice cream in the helmet. I love ice cream in the helmet.
And it's Ghirardelli's, too. Telling you.
Just tremendous. They're going to bring it in there for the lady, and he's going to share it with her. That's fantastic. Sir?
I tip my cap.
I do.
And I'm wearing one, but I'll tip it.
Well, you should be.
Well, I got good hair today.
What there is of it, yeah. 2-2 coming up. Pointer dancing off. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes at 92 for Torno Heron. Big strikeout there for the second out, but Cole Fellows a tough out. He singled his first time up. So instead, Fellows at 25 runs batted in the conference, so that's putting him way up there in the conference standings. 294 overall this summer and 27 overall runs batted in. He singled back in the second inning, so he is 1 for 1. Hit a sharp grounder past J.J. Minicini down to third base. Fastball is outside and low. 1 ball and no strikes. Probably not going to see Pointer take off with a left-handed hitter. Gives the catcher a free look at third base, unless he does get a tremendous jump, and which is what he did on Friday. He got a couple of tremendous jumps.
And you don't want to be that final out over at third base.
You do not want to be that final out. That slice foul over the dugout there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Good crowd out there in the grassy knoll tonight.
Wow, yeah.
Very nice
Look at
crowd. I
that.
hadn't noticed that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's not bad.
It's
crazy
not bad.
on fireworks night and stuff when that's packed
can't
over
even
there.
see the
It's
grass.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Incredible. I don't know if you know about this. Stone's Radio Networks carried the fireworks this 4th of July. Tremendous response.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Tremendous response. And good job watching the fireworks on the YouTube. It was pretty
fun.
good. Fastball outside corner, called a strike. Thank you. Strike 2.
Yeah.
1 and 2. It's about the size of that tuna that we just saw. Yeah.
Yeah, easily.
1 ball, 2 strikes here at the pitch. Swung on and missed a high fastball. He got him on strikes. 2 strikeouts when the chips are down for O'Hare, and we go to the bottom of the 4th. Still no score.
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team that helps keep together an amazing organization. And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Loomis Basin Brewing Company, a proud sponsor of your Lincoln Potters. Visit them at 3277 Swetzer Road in Loomis or call 916-259-2739.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Bottom of the 4th, no score here from McBean Stadium. Austin Bergeron on the mound. He has gone through 3 innings with just 2 hits allowed. He has struck out 3. He will face Ben Higdon, then Patrick Herrera, and Luke Lavin here in the bottom of the 4th. Torn O'Haron so far, 4 innings, just 2 hits. And Torn has 2, 4, make that 4 strikeouts. So both pitchers very effective so far in this one.
Yeah.
After yesterday's 14-12 affair in Walnut Creek. So, like you say, Stones, it's different every day here in the CCL. You never know what you're going to get. You
Absolutely.
might get 5-3. Like Healdsburg won 30-2 yesterday over Solano.
30-2.
Solano comes back and walks him off in 10 innings today. So you just never know. Here we go with Ben. He lined out to right field his first time up. Hit it well, but right at Pointer in right field. Takes a fastball in there for a strike.
It's starting to see the shadows creeping in on right
that's
fielder
true.
right there.
That's very true.
And we have a little overcast today, so it does make for a pleasant day
It's
at
a
the
crazy
yard.
day. Popped up. Shortstop, now second base moving over. Shortstop, that is Welch underneath it and makes the catch after quite a long time waiting underneath it for the first out.
That's what you call the pop-up dance.
That's the pop-up dance, and he did it well as Ben put it way up in the air. Now Patrick Herrera coming up to the plate. He grounded out to third his first time up. 297 on the season for Patrick, 4 home runs. 11 runs batted in, 18 runs scored. And a lot of excellent second base from the defensive side as he steps in here. against Austin Berggren. Hits that one down the right field line. Off-speed pitch, looked like, and it's foul over by where the parking lot Potters used to hang out all the time.
Yeah.
They're not hanging out today. Hopefully they'll come out one day next week, because only 3 games left, so.
However,
need to see our parking lot Potters.
Justin Olson's hanging down there at the
Oh,
Brick
that's
and
true. Is he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's a big. I can't see the Brick and Barrel. I can see Justin. That's all. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
and you can't see Trey Furry standing on the other side of him because he's blocking out
That's
Trey
right.
Furry.
There's a sharp grinder down the third base line. That's a fair ball inside the line. Farfan with the try, but going around first and headed to second is Herrera, and he will be safe because there's nobody covering second base. And so Patrick with a sharp base hit down the line. Third hit for the Potters. He is in scoring position. He hit the ball right between Farfan and the bag, right down the third base line. And Herrera is 1 for 2, and now Luke Lavin, who, remember, hit the ball very hard his last time up, and Ryan Ellis made an excellent play out at second base.
When Herrera's not hitting homers, he's hitting doubles.
Man, he's really been hot lately. We talked about he's one of the guys, a Nolan Wilson, a Ruben Church, Zach Chamiso, guys that have been really sparking the team over the past 3 or 4 weeks, especially as we got to the second half of CCL play. So here's Lavin, has a pair of home runs, and now he's going to back out and turn to the umpire and go, hey, ump.
Want time.
Give me a break, will you? You can't be asking for time because Berggren's going too fast, because we know that's not true. Lavin takes high and outside, 88 from Austin, so got it up there. That's about his range, picking the brain of the broadcasters from the Crawdads. About what Stones reported to us earlier in the affair, 88, 89, maybe touched 90. Alexander Johnson on deck for the Potters, but right now it's Luke Lavin with a runner in scoring position for the Potters here in the fourth. Swinging and a miss. That was a definite slider at 79, so it's 1-1. Threw that pitch to Dak Chamiso his last time up, and he couldn't find it either, so it's been very effective against the left-handers. Lavin steps out, thinks about life, steps back in because he's got it all figured out. It didn't take long.
Tell me about it, man.
Well, no, you can go ask him later. Swing and a miss at the same kind of pitch. 1-2. I was mesmerized by what she had right there, Stones. What is that?
What is that? Oh, no, she's just got toppings on her ice cream.
Holy cow, that looks good.
Yes.
Man, I was trying to watch the game, but man.
Stop.
She's doing it right. 1-2 now on Luke. Chopper foul down the first baseline. That was the fastball again, which hasn't been giving Luke as much problem as the breaking ball. Fouled that one off. Out of Laguna Beach, California, headed for Stanford University. Been a real find for the Potters this summer at the plate and behind the plate as well, as we talked about earlier. Still 1-2 on Luke. Bottom of the fourth here from McBean Stadium. Neither team pushing a run across as of yet. Hopefully this will change that. Grounded down to Donnelly. Donnelly he's going to wave the pitcher off and go get it himself and hit the bag before Lavin does. It'll move Herrera to third, but it is 2 outs now, and it'll all be up to Alexander Johnson, who had an infield single his first time up, the big chopper that he beat out. So he is 1 for 1. Does have an RBI in his 7 at-bats on the season. So he's now 3 for 8 with a run batted in, and Alex from Sierra College. Steps in here, right-hander against right-hander, and obviously at third base, Herrera going to be alert to the pass ball, the wild pitch, with 2 outs here in the fourth. Johnson takes outside, and a nice glove by Helfrich there. That one was a little bit outside, and he had to backhand it. 1-0.
No real activity for either side right now. I think everybody's pretty happy with the pitching so far.
Yeah, Berggren just passed 60 pitches, and O'Haron's right at 60, I believe, so maybe they're 75 or 80 tonight. Johnson hits it down to shortstop. Coming in is Welch. He has it on the run. Can't throw it. Over to first. Not in time. Did the double clutch with it, and beating it out at first base is Alexander Johnson, and the Potters are on the board 1-0. I'm going to look at my official scorekeeper because even though there was not a misplay on the play, I've got to give an error to the shortstop.
I'm just waiting for him to look over.
Did we get it? Did we get it from the official guy? Yeah, so no RBI for Johnson. But Kudos to Alexander, or Alex if you want to call him that, for running that one out. He could have given up. Welch came in and got on the run, tried to take it out of his glove, couldn't do it. Got it to first, and Johnson beats it out, and the Potters are on the board, and here's Tyler Garrity. Struck out his first time up, Tyler, at 286. Takes that one down low for a ball, 1-0.
You talked about it in just 5-10 minutes ago. The errors. Team with that gives up the errors generally, has a tendency to lose these games, and that's the first error of the game.
Yeah, especially with the two pitchers pitching as well as they have been.
Yeah.
Garrity lines that one into right center field, moving over the right fielder, though, and that is Pointer who makes the play. It's a good job by Garrity, but Pointer covering a lot of ground out there in right field. So the Potters score once. We go to the top of the fifth. Potters lead at 1-0.
Lincoln Potters baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadium. 33 action-packed home games loaded with fun for the whole family. Local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Top of the fifth inning, Potters lead it 1-0. Stones McCoy has left the booth. He is going down to set up Mike Margema so we can have our minute with Mike and talk to him from the Potters dugout. So Stones temporarily unavailable as Riley the engineer is trying to orchestrate things up here, and it seems to be going okay. Torrin O'Haron out in the mound again for the Potters, throwing in his fifth inning. He has 61 pitches so far. As we mentioned, he's given up 2 hits and has struck out 4 in the first 4 innings. Torrin out of Rockland, California, and Stanford University. And we talked to his JP, John Peters, the manager, before the game. He talked about trying to limit his pitches, be more efficient with his pitches, and I think so far that is working out pretty well. Do we have Coach Margema down there?
Phantom, what's going on, man?
Coach, how are you, man?
Good. It's a little cooler today.
It's a little cooler today, and I want to congratulate you guys on a pretty nice comeback yesterday. I talked with JP about it a little bit today, but Coach, coming in there 10-4, you're down in the top of the 8th inning. Well, what's your dugout like when you come into that one?
To be quite honest, it was really flat. It was really flat. It's tough in that situation. They made an error. Guys, few balls, just find holes. And so, then all of a sudden a big hit. So, those type of things, and just battling back and when the other team makes mistakes, capitalizing on it. And we haven't really hit great, honestly, this summer with runners in scoring position. So it was good to see us be able to pick that up yesterday.
And, Coach, you mentioned, there's an error here or something like that. It's so important for teams to take advantage of opportunities. And a lot of times you see the most successful ones. That's one of the key things that they do is when they have a chance, they go ahead and they grab it and they take it and they make it hurt. And that's what you guys did yesterday.
Absolutely. And it's something, we try to, we emphasize and we try to stress on good pitch right there, good breaking ball, start off the bat. Is really to stress that, defensively on our side of the ball is, taking care of the baseball, making sure, we're making those plays. We don't have to make the spectacular plays. Obviously, it's great when we do, but just taking care of the baseball, making the routine plays, and, that helps. It helps not giving up free bases, walks, hit by pitches, errors, those type of things.
Coach, I just have to ask you, I have one of your former coaches up here with me, and he wants to ask you a question. Is it okay if you talk to Stones McCoy?
Oh, let's do it. What's up, Stonesy?
Hey, Mike, how are you out there? Hey, I just a question for you. What do you think and what have you seen from Torrin so far in this game? I know that, hasn't thrown a lot for us this summer, but looking really good from this vantage point. What are you seeing from down there?
Yeah, one of the emphasis, really for Torrin is going to be, pitch count wise. He tends to go a little bit deeper into counts. He's got good stuff, but it's one of those we need to try to force contact in the first 3 pitches. We're trying to get, just force some contact within the first few pitches and getting ahead. And when we do, it's not we don't have to throw the nastiest pitches. He's got such great stuff. You don't have to throw the nastiest pitches. Just good pitches work. And so for him, what he's done, great is, he's got everything. He's got good stuff. Obviously, he's at Stanford. He's, has done everything in the game so far up until this point. And so really it's just kind of refining some of those things and, getting him back in the zone early and not expanding at bats too much.
And how nice is it to have a Stanford battery right now?
Oh, it's fantastic. It's good. It's, Luke's a young kid, safe right there. Yeah.
Infield single for Ryder Helfrich as the one that Mendocini had to wait for it to come down before he could get over to first. Coach, I'll let you go after this one. You got a day off tomorrow and then 6 games in a row. What do you talk to your guys? Do you keep them away from the field tomorrow, and what's the message to them?
Yeah, it's long, as we've talked about before. In a summer season, it's long, it's hot. It's so for them is just stay away. They're gonna take a nice day to recoup. We're gonna lose a few guys here that's got to go back to school or whatnot. So we have some new guys here that are be coming in to fill in, which is good. We get to see some more guys, and it's great. It's great to see these guys. But for them, it's just down the home stretch here. Big games coming up, and this battle. Walnut Creek's now in. Healdsburg's in, obviously, so it's between us and Sonoma to get this thing going. So it'll be a good battle down to the end here. And just Stones, even to reiterate here real quick on having Taryn and Luke, is Luke's young, and you have Torin, who's had some experience being around the guys at Stanford here now for a few years. And so to be able to have Torin on the mound and have Lavin, you're just looking 19 years old.
Yeah.
It's like to be able to catch a guy that's at that school already. It's pretty cool to see, and he's holding his own well. So we love to see it, and just getting him that experience and being able to catch guys like this is awesome.
Absolutely.
Coach, thanks a lot. We'll talk to you again next home game. It's always a pleasure, Mike.
Always.
Coach.
Appreciate it, guys.
All right, see ya. Popped up by Charlie Welch there as he's up here with nobody out and a runner at first base as Helfrich beat out that grounder, and Stone's nothing that Mendocini could do about that. He had to wait for the ball to come down. It's gravity. Gravity gave him a base hit is basically what happened.
Gravity messed us up is what you're saying.
How great is Mike Marshall? How great is that guy?
He's the best. And I'll say between Marge and Nate bringing that professional feel to this game, it's really helped the Potters this year, I think.
Call strike 3 outside corner. As you might have been able to tell, Charlie Welch is the dog batter, because I thought there was like 7 Cujos on top of it. I had never heard noise like that. What happened?
You were looking all over. I think
that was my first earthquake. I think
Willie put a speaker here in the booth for us to hear those.
I think he did. So Welch is out on strikes. Helfrich's still down at first, but that'll bring up the top of the order, and Ryan Ellis, who was grounded to second and popped out to third on a great play by J.G. Mendocini in foul territory back in the third inning. Yeah, I was sitting there trying to hear Mike, and I there was like a thundering. I thought Buffalo had come back to the Americas. You know?
Right.
Crazy. But he is just the best.
He's the best. And what's great is that he makes it a point to have one-on-one conversations with all the guys on this team. And that's really important, because it makes you feel like you are part of what's really going on, even when you aren't. When you have those conversations,
believe me, I know what that's like.
with the main guy or one of the main guys for your team, it really does make you feel good.
There goes the runner. The pitch is swung on and missed. The throw to second base is going to be just a little bit too late. It go out into center field, picked up out there by Garrity. Guns it to third. It's going to be too late off the base, and sliding in is Ryan Helfrich. So he gets the stolen base. He advances on the air, which is what we talk about, Stones. You don't want to give up those extra bases, and that's exactly what happened. And the strike for Ellis, he now has a 1-ball, 1-strike count, but the runner at third with less than 2 outs is Ryder Helfrich.
That one's a tough one on Lavin, too, because, he came up and he came firing. He did throw to the right field side.
Little tail on that, yeah.
But that's a tough error.
Goes to the windup. There's the 1-1. That's a good-looking pitch, but it misses outside. 2-1. So Helfrich, every time he gets with the plate, he hits a bouncer on the infield, and a lot of things happen. A couple of times he gets on, a couple of times we get him out, but he's always in the middle of the action. I just saw the 3 legends walking by outside. Boy, what a group of ruffians those guys are. Man.
I love those kids.
Those kids. 2-1 now on Ellis. Ryan takes a fastball. Oh.
Umpire balk.
That had been a strike for 4 innings. But it wasn't that time, so it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Brian DeRoth on deck.
Where's our guy that calls balks? Because we needed him to call a balk on the umpire there.
We did have a balk guy. That guy was cool. That's outside, ball 4, clearly outside on that one. So Ellis is on for the first time, first and third, and you'd have to think he might be taken off from first base with Brian DeRoth coming to the plate. Brian is grounded to third and popped to short, so he's 0 for 2. And we have a little meeting at the mound with Brock Raggets. And Stones, we've talked about this with Brock a lot. He goes out there. When he goes out, he's talking about your brain, not about your mechanics.
Absolutely. And as a pitching coach, you don't want to go out there and try to start making adjustments on the fly with a pitcher who's in the middle of battling. So you want to go out there and you want to do one of 2 things. You either want to refocus him on what's going on, or you want to just change the focus entirely and just and talk about something that makes nothing to do with this game today, anything like that. Talk to him about Barbenheimer if you want.
Barbenheimer, that's huge.
So I'm just saying. So those are
refocus by not focusing at all.
So sometimes it's a refocus by talking to you about refocusing on the game and the task at hand. The other side of that, though, is to just not talk about it at all. To get you thinking in another direction, and then remind you just before I leave, hey, do what you do best because you've been doing this for a long time.
That's the last thing you say.
That's
Well,
the
he's
last
at
thing you say.
77 now, Stones, and so I can't think they want Torn to go much by 85.
No, he's probably right up around where he's going to be. And I'm looking down at the bullpen, Arthur Steinkamp.
Arthur Steinkamp, who was tremendous against the Prune Packers a couple days ago.
And we just found out that he's not going to be here for the remainder of the summer.
This is it for Arthur, huh?
Maybe a couple of more games after this, but we're not certain.
All right, well, Giraffe is the hitter, first and third. One out in the fifth. Potters lead 1-0. There goes the runner to strike. They throw to second base. Here comes the runner from third. He's going to score, and the double steal is effective. Second time the Potters have been victimized by that, and Ellis is in at second base. Scoring is Helfrich. Ellis now is in scoring position.
And who gets credit for that run, Phantom?
Who gets credit for the run?
Yeah.
Well, it's a stolen base for both of them. Ellis is a stolen base, and so is Helfrich.
I love it.
So, and it's a situation where, the Potters have thrown through a couple times on that play this summer, and every time it has kind of bit him in the butt a little bit there. So now there's a ground ball sharply hit out toward Herrera. He backhands it, gets up, throws to first, and gets a nice play by Herrera. It does move Ellis over to third, but you talked about that earlier, Stones. Herrera covering second base and going to his right very well.
Yes, he gets out there and gets down on that plant foot and fires the first quick. Looks like we're going to have a pitching change, buddy.
Pitching change. I think we got left-hander Steinkamp coming in to pitch to Ryan Brome, but we will step away for just a second. Right now we're in the top of the fifth. This game is tied at 1.
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team help us keep together an amazing organization, and we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Being in the market for a new home comes with more than just buying a property. It is finding the right house in the right neighborhood in the right community. Since 2005, Lori, with Frey & Associates Real Estate, has lived and worked as a real estate broker in Lincoln. She is passionate about local organizations and volunteers with them as well.
She's knowledgeable, she asks a lot of questions, she gets things done.
We still learn a lot from Lori, and she's very helpful, very positive, and has been wonderful broker.
We at Frey & Associates are your local hometown realtor, and we are here for you.
Arthur Steinkamp is the new pitcher for the Potters. Arthur is from Los Alamos, New Mexico, University of New Mexico, making his fourth appearance. He's 1-0 on the season. He has a 1 ERA.
They're going to have to wait just a second. The runner at second base has not returned to second base. They just almost threw a first pitch on you.
You can't do that. No, you can't do that.
Sorry.
But why is he at second base? Didn't he go to third when there was the grinder to Herrera?
I thought
he went to third.
So, runners.
You shouldn't. Don't tell them that.
Okay. Well,
wait. First pitch is lined foul. So that is very odd.
Yes, it's
he was at second
odd.
base. He stole second base, and the guy grounded to second, so he went to third, and I put him at third base.
Yes, and I did as well.
Okay. Anyway, Steinkamp 9 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts, and 1 walk. The left-hander against Ryan Brome, who, as we are told, has now committed to Southeast Louisiana for Ryan Brome. So they're getting a heck of a hitter there in Southeast Louisiana, hitting 339 on the season with 45 runs batted in and 7 home runs. So here we go. It's crazy time. That's a nice breaking ball, but it misses the inside corner. So I would understand. I would wonder why Ryan Ellis wouldn't go, no, I was over at third. Why do I have to go back to second?
Well, he's having a conversation with Auden out there at shortstop.
I'd probably, ha, ha, ha.
Exactly.
Ha, ha, way to go. Swung on and grounded foul. That's a nice breaking ball from Steinkamp.
Definitely sitting 68 miles an hour consistently.
Yeah,
with
but
that
here's the
breaking ball.
thing. He's 68 miles an hour, but he's from Los Alamos. Isn't New Mexico? Isn't that where Oppenheimer was in Los Alamos?
Oh, wow.
So he's explosive, my friend.
Oh, he is.
Uh-huh.
Let's
there
see
you go.
it.
Fastball just misses inside. He changed the speed on that one. It wasn't a lot of miles an hour, but
No.
the difference was enough to make it seem like it had a little zip on it.
I wasn't going to catch it.
Yeah, I've seen you
Oh,
play.
thank you.
2-2 pitch coming up. Ellis leading off at second. Here's the pitch. Inside on a breaking ball. In front of Luke Lavin. He picks it up. So we go full on Ryan Brome with Tyson Pointer, the right fielder, on deck. Fourth appearance of the year for Arthur Steinkamp. 6 foot, 185 pounds. Three-2's hit down to Herrera at second base. Patrick stays with it. Over to first, and he got him by a step. Good job, Arthur Steinkamp and Patrick Herrera. We go to the bottom of the fifth now. The score tied 1-1.
Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Bottom of the fifth inning here from McBean Stadium, and it's time to say hi to this lovely lady. Hello, how are you? No, it's okay. What do you got? What can we help you with? What do you need? We'll take care of you. But Stones, you told me you got something important. This day in Potter's history.
Yeah,
Take it away, Stones McCoy.
This day in Potter's history. Can you remember all the way back to 2021?
No.
Can you?
No.
Well, I'm just trying to tell you that 2021, the Potters took on the Seattle Studs right here at McBean.
Oh, wow.
Okay? 7-23-21.
Yeah.
Potters won that game.
Yes.
But I'm going to ask you a question.
Go ahead. You're welcome to.
You want to give me, can you name 3 players in that starting lineup from 2021?
Oh,
Potters
my gosh.
versus the Seattle Studs.
Gosh. How about Jeffrey David?
That's in there. Leading off, center field. Nailed it.
Chase Weisenborn?
Chase Weisenborn not in the lineup.
Oh, man.
Not in the lineup.
Oh, well, I got to come back to you because Ben
you're
Romano's
gonna
up
have
now.
to.
Go ahead and give me the other 2.
I will in just 1 second.
Right for this pitch?
Yeah.
Oh, well done. Well done. Romano takes high in a breaking ball for a ball.
How about Chase Stanky?
Oh, I love
Remember
Chase Stanky.
Remember some Stanky
Love
leg?
Chase Stanky.
Okay, and then a guy that we've been watching play for other teams, Jack Grant.
Jack Grant, that's right. Grounder right back to the mound. Bergeron has it, and he'll flip it over to first underhand as he runs 2/3 of the way. That's what the rules say. And then he flips it, and Romano is out for the first out here in the fifth, and he'll bring up J.J. Menacini, who grounded to first his first time up. So Jeffrey David, Jack Grant.
I can do this real quick. I'm going to do it for you, okay? Jeffrey David, Holt, Forrester, Stanky, Furry, Brandow, Hall, Stahl, Grant, and pitching, Cuff. Owen Cuff.
Oh, man, that's Drew Stahl. You got
Yes.
Jason Brandow. Oh, those are some great names, Stones.
I'm telling you.
Oh, thanks for bringing me back. I love Jason Brandow. That guy was so good. Here's the pitch to Menacini. Fouls it out of play to our left. J.J. from Menlo College. 0-1. Top of the order, Luke Auden on deck. This game's tied at 1. We're in the bottom of the fifth inning here.
I may even have one more for you later on down in this game.
I am looking forward to that so much. J.J. takes down low, off-speed pitch, 1-1. And you start talking about Potter's past, Potter's legends like we have. You got Jeffrey Day, Chase Stanky. What a player Chase Stanky was. What a great hitter. University of Minnesota. Then I think he transferred to Kentucky. Yeah. 1-1 pitch. That's a fastball is in there for a strike at 88, 1-2. Jeffrey David. I think, didn't we say Jeffrey's going to Sam Houston State?
Sam
this year?
Houston State.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favorite Potters.
I miss
Covered
David.
center field like no one else. Great family, too.
Yes,
Great
awesome.
family. It's a line drive. That's down the third base line off the glove of the third baseman into left field corner. Mendocini slips around first. He's still going to get up and make it to second base. And that's the second double we've had, Stones, that our guy slips around first base. So we got to really check that out. But JJ's got his first hit of beauty right between Farfan and the third base bag, and it went off Max's glove out into left field. Probably took a little steam off it, made it possible for JJ to make it to second base. Fourth hit for the Potters. First for JJ, and now Luke Godden, who has struck out and singled coming to the plate.
Yeah, it was just an odd stumble over first.
Yeah.
I don't know if he kicked the front of the bag and hit the toe or what.
He got up and went to second. He's getting his first hit. He's not going to give up. He's going to get a double. You know that. So here's Auden. Breaking ball. Beautiful pitch in there for a strike from Bergeron. He has been very effective. This next pitch will be his 70th pitch of the game. Austin from Olathe, or Olathe, Kansas, University of Nebraska at Lincoln. 1-0 on the season, 4.26 ERA. 23 strikeouts, 15 walks in 21 innings. Check swing, nice job by Auden. Nice play by behind the plate by Helfrich. That one could have got back to the backstop, but he blocked it. So it's 1-1 on Luke. Single to left in the first, struck out looking in the third on a really good breaking ball by Bergeron. Potters off tomorrow. Tuesday they go down and take on the Mudcats. Wednesday the Mudcats are here. That's scheduled for a 6:35 first pitch. Friday and Sunday it's the Bay Area Admirals coming to town. Those are the last three home games for the Potters. 6:35 on Friday, 6:05 right now on Sunday. Here's the pitch. Odd chops one down the first base line to Donnelly. He's going to have it and step on the bag for the out going to third. And you want to make sure he's over at third because I've seen guys sent back tonight. So Mendocini is over at third. 2 outs. Potters have the go-ahead run 90 feet away, and they've got Zach Chamiso up at the plate. Zach has hit into a fielder's choice and struck out. Last time at the plate, he got 3 off-speed pitches and went back to the dugout. So he's up there ready to atone for that. When you're a Lincoln legend, you got to, when you're in your hometown, you come back strong. Zach had a home run in the game last night and drove in 3 runs. Takes that fastball in there for a strike. 0-1, actually, yesterday afternoon down in Walnut Creek. Crawdads just a couple of games behind, or just one game behind the Prune Packers. Zach hits that one sharply but fouled on the first base line. 0-2 now, quickly on Zach Chamiso.
Got to tell you that the fine food of
quesadilla.
Javi from Mi Ranchito Pueblito has made its way to the booth.
He needs to know that 7th inning comes around. It's quesadilla time for your boy here.
Oh, yeah.
Because that guy makes it. Oh, man, he's a magician.
He is.
It's a Harry Potter night, and he's a magician. Except it's not Harry Potter night, but when it was.
Harry never showed up, did he?
No, he wasn't here. Popped foul by Chamiso. He had to send his friends. He sent his posse.
Yeah, that Hagrid guy.
Hagrid, a very, very imposing Hagrid, yeah.
He's Hagrid.
He's Hagrid. Okay, I see where you're going with
Yeah.
that. Okay. Harry, as I say, as I tried to explain to Pat, Harry's busy. He's overbooked a lot.
Obviously.
Yeah.
He
It's
never
like Santa
shows
Claus.
up.
You can't always have the real Santa Claus.
When
Okay?
has he
Sometimes you
ever
get
shown
actors.
up, though? Come on, let's be real. Has he shown up yet?
No. I don't want to see anything.
No, he has not.
0-2 to Zach. Fastball misses outside, 1-2. So that outside corner, left-hander seems to have changed a little bit. It was a little wider earlier in the game, and it's been tightened up a little bit. 1-2, Ben Higdon to follow. Chamiso, wide open stance. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball outside, and the entire infield for the Crawdads came into the dugout on that one, and they have to go back. I mean, figuratively. They made a move to go into the dugout. I think we had one this year. We had all 7 people.
All 7 guys moved
all
at
went
once.
into the dugout. That was the best ever. That was my favorite. So now it's 2-2 on Zach. That one's outside, 3-2. J.J. Mendocini, he doubled. Went to third on the ground out by Luke Auden. He is down at third base right now. And Chamiso with a 3-ball, 2-strike count here in the bottom of the 5th inning. .77 pitches for Bergeron. inside, ball 4. So Chamiso works hard for that walk, and here comes Big Ben Higdon. He is lined to right and popped to short as we get near 80 pitches, and we do have some activity in the Crawdads pen, or just getting started down there.
Yeah, we do. We have Joey Camarada.
Joey Camarada.
Number 20 for the Crawdads down there.
Out of Scottsdale, Arizona, San Jose State University. As we say, Berggren gets close to his 80th pitch. It was about the limit for Torrin O'Haron as well. Both starters really looking good tonight. And here's Ben Higdon. Ben with a home run last time we got together on Friday. He has 4 of them. 15 runs batted in, has the line out and the pop-up. First and third. They moved the second baseman moving close over toward first base. There's a lot of room in the middle of the field. Higdon takes a breaking ball, and it's on the outside corner for a strike. Ben very, very politely turns to ask the umpire, excuse me, but WTF. Politely, though, okay? If you do it politely, what the frig? You can say it. It's okay. Higdon takes that one outside for a ball. And I know everybody's saying, it's the same place, it's the same place.
Well, I mean, if you're looking up here at all the metrics we have, it kind of was the same place.
Super metrics. We have super metrics.
The great Ryan Stevens in the house.
Oh, good. Higdon chops it down to Donnelly. He's trying to get it. It's over his glove. Into right field for a base hit. 1 run scores. Higdon's going to go to first. He's around first, headed to second. Here comes Chamiso around third. The throw, it's to the plate. He slides. He is out at the plate. And Chamiso does not agree, but a fantastic throw by Tyson Pointer from right field, and Chamiso is called out at the plate. 1 run did score. Mendocini scored on the single by Higdon. He gets the RBI, but Chamiso is out at the plate for the third out of the inning. So we go to the top of the 6th. Potters regain the lead. They're on top, 2-1.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport. Lincoln Area Archives Museum is the official partner of the Potters' 100th anniversary season. The museum is located just around the corner in Bierman Plaza in the center of the Old Historic District. Plan your visit and learn about early Lincoln history.
Just coming down from all the excitement of the bottom of the 5th inning is Chamiso thrown out at the plate on the throw from Tyson Pointer in right field, but the Potters did score once on the RBI single by Ben Higdon, and they lead it now 2-1. Tyson Pointer, Joey Donnelly, Max Farfan, the first 3 hitters against Arthur Steinkamp, who came on to retire Ryan Brome in the top of the 5th inning. Pointer has struck out, and he has singled, right-handed hitting right fielder. He shows bunt, butts it back to the pitcher. Steinkamp's going to have to hurry, and that's not going to be in time. The throw gets by, but it's backed up at second base by Herrera. So it's a single for Tyson Pointer. His 2nd hit of the game, 4th hit for the Crawdads, and it'll bring up Joey Donnelly. I thought he bunted it a little bit too hard at the beginning, but it took an extra hop to get to Steinkamp, and then by the time Arthur got it and straightened up with it, it was going to be too late to get Pointer down at first base. Pointer, as we've talked about a couple of times, very fast on the base pass and very fast getting down the base pass. So he's at first base with nobody out. And Donnelly, who struck out and grounded to first, the hitter. Check swing back to Steinkamp. He's going to go to second for one. They're going to have to hurry to first, and they get the double play. Well done, Potters. Took their time, make sure every throw was on target, and it was. And it's 1-6-3, a double play here in the sixth. Then I'll bring up Max Farfan, who's walked and struck out. So if you've noticed that I seem to be going it alone this half inning, there was a problem with the Stones McCoy. He ran straight into a quesadilla. Yeah. Smack dab into that quesadilla.
I was going to tell people we were having technical difficulties with my microphone, but you tell them what you want to tell them.
We were having technical difficulties. You can't talk in your microphone when you have a quesadilla.
That's it.
0-1. Popped up. Right side, right fielder going over is Johnson. It's going to be in foul territory. And he makes a nice running catch. Good inning for Arthur Steinkamp. And we go to the bottom of the sixth. Potters still lead at 2-1.
Loomis Basin Brewing Company, a proud sponsor of your Lincoln Potters. Visit them at 3277 Swetzer Road in Loomis or call 916-259-2739.
Being in the market for a new home comes with more than just buying a property. It is finding the right house in the right neighborhood in the right community. Since 2005, Lori, with Frey & Associates Real Estate, has lived and worked as a real estate broker in Lincoln. She is passionate about local organizations and volunteers with them as well.
She's knowledgeable, she knows, she asks a lot of questions, she gets things done.
We still learn a lot from Lori, and she's very helpful, very positive, and has been wonderful, wonderful broker.
We at Frey & Associates are your local hometown realtor, and we are here for you.
It's all you.
No, I insist.
It's your turn.
Nope, I think it's your turn.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Go.
I appreciate your appreciation. It fills me.
Safe drivers save money with Farmers.
Just for driving safely?
It's a Farmers policy perk. Get Farmers and you can get a safe driver discount simply for having a clean driving record for 3 years.
Come on. After you.
After you.
Safety first.
Get a whole lot of something with Farmers policy perks.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum. Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Attention, California Collegiate League fans. Richardson is the official headwear provider of the California Collegiate League. Go to richardsonsports.com to view the latest baseball performance and lifestyle headwear. Richardson, quality in every stitch. Bottom of the sixth inning. Good job by Arthur Steinkamp in that sixth inning. Stones, I know you were otherwise engaged, but Arthur came out and does what he does, which is don't throw the ball hard and get people out.
I watched every single
yes,
pitch
you
of
did.
his. Okay,
You were here
I just couldn't talk.
Moral support. You were giving
right.
me the moral support.
Now you know what? There's always a uniqueness to every pitcher. His
Yes.
uniqueness is being able to control a much slower fastball, curveball, changeup. And the way he can control it really does well in getting guys out in front, off their balance, and hitting little weak ground balls like you saw that last half.
Yeah, and a very excellent running catch by Alex Johnson, too, in right field, going all the way over into the bullpen area. So here we go. Bergman's still on the mound. His first pitch is popped up by Herrera down the first baseline. Donnelly going over, and he does not make the play, and I know that because I saw it bounce over by the VIP area, which kind of filled up a little bit.
Yes, it did.
You know, they had some VIPs down there they're VIPs, so they're late in arriving. This is like a Dodger game. We're not going to be there at the first
Ryan
game.
Stevens and his crew.
Oh, is it Ryan Stevens?
Yeah,
so it's not really a VIP then.
No, it's the utmost VIP.
It's unemployed
Oh,
manager.
don't even.
Yes, okay, come
on.
on.
I'm going to tell him.
Herrera doubled and grounded out, so he is 1 for 2 in this one. Takes that one outside for a ball. I can give Ryan the needle. Come on.
Can you?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
He carried me on the Ryan Stevens show for five summers. I can give him a bad time. Come on.
Very true.
That's down low and outside, 2-1. Berggren now 83 pitches. He's given up 4 hits and 2 runs. That's down and away. 3-1 now on Patrick Herrera. Patrick comes to us from the lovely metropolis of Mesa, Arizona.
The metropolis.
And University of Kentucky. We've got activity now, it looks like, in the Crawdads pen. That's hit in the right field for a base hit. Perfect placement by Patrick Herrera right between first and second. And he's on for his second hit of the game. Fifth hit for the Potters, and it'll bring up Luke Lavin, who is grounded to second and grounded to first. So Luke is 0 for 2 in this one.
So Joey Camarada is
Joey
still out
Camarada,
there.
number 20, was warming up earlier.
He's
Big
still
right-hander.
out there.
Okay. Is he joined by someone else, by a
And
buddy,
it
by a
looks
teammate,
like he
perhaps?
is joined by. Move your glove, sir, and I can read your number.
Please, sir. We're trying to do a broadcast here. Here's Lavin, 266 on the season, a pair of home runs, 15 knocked in.
I think they're just playing catch.
Okay. Lavin takes a fastball in there for a strike.
Off the dish.
0-1. No balls, 1 strike on Lavin. We're in the bottom of the 6th. A well-played game so far, well-pitched game on both sides. And here's Lavin. Fouls that one at the plate. And I might have got a piece of Helfrich behind the plate, so we might have a little bit of a delay here as the umpire takes a lot of time to do what he doesn't usually take a lot of time to do, to give the catcher time to recover.
Well, if you notice, the catchers nowadays, they have the one knee down kind of receiving style. That one, he got the foul tipped off the top of his leg where there is no padding.
You have
and when
padding.
you go with the one knee down, you leave that leg wide open.
I've always said that, but that's they keep doing it. So
They
what
keep
am I gonna
doing
do?
it.
Yeah. So it's 0-2 on Lavin. Herrera at first. Very pleasant evening out here right now at McBean Stadium. Herrera with a decent lead at first, not big. Berggren takes all day as always. Here's the pitch. There's a little line drive, and it is into center field for a base hit. Ryan Ellis making a move like he was going to catch that one. Had to hold our breath a little bit, but it makes it out to center field. So 2 hits in a row to start the bottom of the 6th inning, and we may see some activity or some action out of the dugout for the Crawdads. I'm not the guy who tells them what to do, so I'm just saying.
Yeah.
2 hits, the guy's thrown 89 pitches. He's been very good, and that one was not hit very well. I mean, it's in the perfect spot, and when you're swinging the bat like Luke is, I mean, he got paid back for that hard grounder he hit back in the 1st inning or the 2nd inning. So 2 on, nobody out. Let's see if Johnson is putting one down here. That might be the play. Potters don't do that a lot, but let's see what Tyler Garrity is on deck. Crawdads are playing for the sacrifice, and here's Berggren's pitch, and he shows sacrifice, pops it up down the third base line, diving catch. What a play. The third baseman throws it back to second. What a play by Farfan. He came in and made a diving catch in foul territory to retire Alexander Johnson.
Yeah, that ball up in the zone, trying to get the bat on top of that ball. Impossible to do such. Popped it up, stayed airborne just long enough for Farfan to get out there.
What a play he made, yeah.
Oh, man.
It's a tough
Hustle,
pitch to
hustle.
bunt. Yeah, usually with the high fastball, I lay off those. I can't bunt those
Yeah.
back in the day.
Well, there's
Anyway,
a rule, you know.
There's a rule. You put it at the top
At
of the
the top
zone.
of the
It's
zone. If
above
it's above that, you
let
don't
it go.
go.
Yeah, you and I know the rule.
I'm just
okay?
saying.
I don't know if that was applicable there. It looked like a strike. I don't know. But anyway, give credit to Farfan. Great play, and
Yeah,
Tyler
great
Garrity
play.
coming to plate. 1 out, 2 on here in the 6th. There goes the runner, swung on and lined into right field. That's a base hit. He's going to round third. He'll score easily on the run, an RBI single by Mr. Tyler Garrity. Herrera taking off on the pitch. He scores. Another run for the Potters, another RBI for Garrity. He's got 19 now, and Lavin is at second base. So a big clutch hit right there by Tyler Garrity to give the Potters that extra run. And they now lead 3-1, and here's Ben Romano, and now we're probably going to have a pitching change for the Crawdads as their manager comes out to the mound. So Austin Berggren, a good job out there on the hill. We'll step away for just a second. We're in the bottom of the 6th, Potters 3, Crawdads 1.
It begins on the farm, where hard work breeds motivation. Care is taken under watchful eyes. With new growth comes inspiration, where playtime is mandatory. Welcome to Dueling Dogs Brewing Company. Meet the Stevens, a husband and wife who work hand in hand to craft exclusive small batch beer, mead, and cider. Using locally sourced ingredients to ensure freshness in every glass. where a community of farmers, local artisans, and amazing food make for a truly inspired atmosphere. At the end of the day, we know the value of hard work. The families it unites, it's in the pride we take, the stories we tell, and the best friends who are cherished. Dueling Dogs Brewing Company.
Joey Camerata is the new pitcher for the Walnut Creek Crawdads out of Scottsdale, Arizona, and San Jose State University. He's 1-1 with a 6.06 ERA, 16 and a third innings pitched, 19 strikeouts and 12 walks. And while he concludes his warm-up tosses Stones, you tell me there's a part 2 to this day in Potter's history.
Yes, there is.
Oh, boy.
So on this date, in the 2022, okay?
Oh, that's a long time ago.
Guess who we were playing? The Walnut Creek Crawdads. Do you want to know who the starting pitcher for that game was, though?
For us?
Yes.
Schmitty.
Anthony Perez.
Oh, I love Anthony Perez.
Just talked to Anthony Perez a little while ago. He's been doing his rehab. He had a little bit of an elbow issue.
Oh, okay.
He's doing well, and in fact, his bullpen tonight went so well that you may see him in tonight's game.
Fantastic. All right, here we go. Ben Romano against Camerata with 2 on and 1 out here in the inning, and a run in on the RBI single by Tyler Garrity. Ben is flied to left and grounded to the pitcher out of Mendham, New Jersey, and Tulane University. Camerata's pitch is down low for a ball at 89.
So I told you that they won.
Did we win?
Yes, right?
Oh, good. No, you didn't tell me that.
Okay, well, we won.
Okay.
You want to have a guess at the score?
It was 9-3.
9-4.
Yes.
Dude,
yes.
you're pretty good
I do
at
remember
this.
that one, yeah.
You were good at this.
All right.
All right.
1-0 now on Ben Romano. He has a home run. Is driven in 16. That's a check swing. I think he went around, and he did go around. The first base umpire and I are simpatico. And
you were
we both said
simpatico with
strike.
him?
Yeah, because he said he went, and I said he went.
Okay.
Yeah, because I thought he went. I mean, I was rooting for him not to go.
That's what I was hoping for.
I can't do everything under that. I can't tint everything with that color. I got to say, this is what happened.
I wear Potter's glasses.
I do. I fouled back to the screen on a fastball by Camerata and shakes our little camera. So, we're shaking in here. That's okay. Riley has to take care of it today.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So he has to go scale the wall like a. I think probably the Spider-Man that Riley reminds me of is a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
Maguire?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely, yeah. Not Tom Holland and not whoever anybody else was.
I don't know any of
I
them.
don't either. Inside for a ball. 2-3 according to the scoreboard.
Excellent.
I know. Now it's 1-3, so they have changed it. That's
it was 1-4 for a second. That's pretty sweet.
You don't want to fall behind 1-4.
No,
not with guys
tough
on
to
base.
get it.
No,
Tough to come back from.
You can't come back from 1-4, unless you go to 5-4, so it's a full count. 2-2 now on Ben. J.G. Menacini to follow. Outside ball 3. Gets away just a bit from Helfrich, but he runs it down quickly, and the Potters not wanting to run themselves into an out here.
Arthur Steinkamp been sitting for a little bit now, got up, and he's going and just staying loose in the bullpen for the Potters.
His teammates getting him some runs. It takes time.
Yeah.
Okay? Come on, Arthur.
Yeah.
It takes time.
Relax.
I call him the professor because it sounds like Arthur Steinkamp
do
to be a
like the
professor of
professor.
literature.
Yeah.
So he is the professor. 3-2 pitch. Romano lines it right on one hop to second. Ellis flips to second for one over to first and not in time. Oh, it is in time, but it wasn't.
It wasn't.
Okay, it wasn't in time, but he's out. Okay. 4-6-3 ends the inning as Camerata comes in and gets the double play. Well turned by Ellis, Welch, and Donnelly. But we go to the top of the 7th. Now Potters did score, and they lead 3-1.
The mouth-watering Big Mac with a savory Filet-O-Fish and a tasty McChicken. My goodness, that looks good. Oh, You're making a McDonald's menu hack. Yes, a land, air, and sea. Oh, it's going to tip over. No, it's good. It's good. Very stable. Order the land, air, and sea by name. Build it by hand.
Placer Valley Tourism. Our mission is to increase the health of the hotel industry through occupancy and average daily rate in Roseville, Rockland, and Lincoln. Proud partner of the Potters in the 2023 West Coast World Series Tournament from August 8th to 11th.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Top of the seventh, Potters with the 3-1 lead now. Arthur Steinkamp back out on the mound. He will face Cole Fellows, then Ryder Helfrich and Charlie Welch, the bottom three in the order. And there's the Potter legends walking all around today. Just Potter legends everywhere. And new ones in the booth. There's Riley, the great Riley the engineer. I'm thinking about having Riley make his on-air debut, and I just have to pick the right time. Maybe after the game is over. No, that's not right. I'll have to figure that out. But I think a new Potter legend can be created if Riley the engineer comes on and gives his unique perspective on the game of baseball, I would say, and his favorite player, who I think I would be able to get him to talk a little bit about his favorite player. I will not tell you his favorite player. I will let that simmer for a little while we start the top of the seventh. Cole Fellows has singled and struck out, so he is 1 for 2 in this one. Left-handed hitter against the left-hander Steinkamp. Swings and fouls that one at the plate, so it's 0-1. Cole Fellows walking over toward, he's walking over to get, he wanted to get something for his bat, rub down the bat. So it's 0-1 on Fellows out of Clovis, California. I believe, if I remember correctly, yes, and Columbia University. Stones McCoy, how are you, sir?
You went to Columbia, huh?
Yes, he did.
So did I.
Yeah, you went to Columbia School of Broadcasting. That is a ball, 1 ball and 1 strike.
No, I didn't go to Columbia School of Broadcasting. I went to Columbia.
The Ivy League school?
No, Columbia Junior College.
Oh, that's a tremendous
in
place.
Sonora.
That's a very nice college. Swing and a miss, 1 and 2. So you and Cole have kind of a kinship there.
We have a kinship.
Kind of a connection. You're both Columbia guys.
Columbia guys.
Different.
And he played ball for them, and I didn't.
And I bought 12 albums for 99 cents from Columbia Music. So there you go.
You're part of our group then.
That's outside for a ball, 2-2. Last call for 50-50. If anybody's at home wants to buy 50-50,
let me know.
Last call.
I'll grab it
Stones
for you.
know. He'll go out and he'll get it. He'll front you the money.
I'll front you a
He'll
dollar.
front
That's
you
all
the
I
dollar.
got.
That's inside ball 3. So 3-2. Fellas at 1-2 now. It is 3-2. Opening up the top of the seventh. Potters 3, Crawdads 1. Torrin O'Haron started the game for the Potters. Went the first 4 2/3 inning. Line drive over second baseman's head into right center field for a base hit. Fellows is rounded first. He's looking for 2. Picked up by Garrity in center field. His throw is a little offline. It's a double for Fellows. And the Crawdads are in business here in the top of the seventh inning. Their 5th hit.
Got to see the wheels there of Cole Fellows.
Yeah, and he was, like I say, he was thinking double. As soon as he saw where that one was going, he was thinking double.
He knew it.
Absolutely. Very impressive by Torrin O'Haron. He went 4 2/3 innings. Gave up just 3 hits in this one. So here is Ryder Helfrich, who is grounded back to the pitcher and beat out an infield single. So he hits infield grounders and tries to beat them out as his strategy.
He's 1 for 2 on that.
Yep, here's an infield grounder up the middle. Herrera with a nice play across the diamond, throws to first. A beautiful play by Patrick Herrera. We've said that a couple of times, Stones, but he keeps making it true.
Man, going to his right is he just makes it look easy, and that's not something easy to do as a right-hander. to go to your right like that and turn around and be able to fire a strike to first base.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just been really impressive tonight. He's really shown his defensive prowess.
Yeah,
over
he
there.
doesn't even really stop and plant. He just keep running to his right and makes strong throws. Here's Charlie Welch, grounded out and struck out. He fouls that one off. 0-1. Charlie playing shortstop for the Crawdads today out of Green Bay, California, in the College of San Mateo. 4 for 11 coming in, so 4 for 13 now. He's got a runner at third base. That's hit in the yard to right field. Coming on is Johnson. He's going to make the catch, but the tag is going to be made. Here's the throw to the plate. Very strong throw, and it's going to hold the runner at third base. Johnson shows off a little bit of arm on that one, and a beautiful throw to home. And holding all the way was Cole Fellows, who, as you mentioned, Stones, is pretty fast, and so they must have known something was up.
Well, a little liner out to right field. I mean, it got to Johnson out there pretty quickly, and he wasn't even that deep when it got there. So probably a smart move with one down in the inning. Smart move to keep that. Still a really big run sitting over third base.
Yeah, I thought it was hit a little bit harder when it was hit, but it kind of sunk a little bit on Johnson. But here's the dangerous Ryan Ellis. He takes a strike down the middle. He is grounded to second, popped out and walked, so he is 0 for 2 in this one. Comes in 376 for the summer out of Peoria, Arizona.
Big game for the Crawdads right now with Healdsburg losing today.
Yeah, absolutely. Check swing and nice block by Lavin. Unexpectedly. Unbelievable. You got to give I know the Mudcats have won, I think, 5 or 6 games in the league, but, man, they got hammered yesterday 30-2, and they came back on their home field.
Yeah.
And they just walked off the Prune Packers. That's a tremendous job. That's outside. It's easy to get down after you've been hammered like that and come back against the same team the next day, but, man. And they scored, I think, 4 runs late in that one. They were down big, and they scored 4 late to pull that one out. Line drive right at the shortstop, handled by Luke Auden. So Steinkamp gets out of it. A hit, but no runs. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Potters lead to 3-1.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street. Only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Old Town Pizza, a proud sponsor of your Potters baseball, will deliver you a slice that you won't soon forget. Come see why they've been voted the best of the best 12 straight years. Visit otpizza.net to get yours today. But don't take it from me.
I think Old Town Pizza should be expanded through the state or even through the country because it's so delicious.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadium. 33 action-packed home games loaded with fun for the whole family. Local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
We are here. Bottom of the 7th. It is 3-1 Potters. Joey Camerata back out on the mound. Stones McCoy here with me. Riley the engineer all of a sudden perked up like he was paying attention for the first time in, I don't know, several weeks. But that's good. I mean, we got him going, so that's great.
I think it's the Mountain Dew.
JJ Mendocini. Yes, they did. I didn't know it came in kegs.
No, I
that's
didn't
good.
either.
JJ will start us off, then Luke Auden and Zach Chamiso. 3 left-handers against Joey Camerata, who came on and got the double play from Ben Romano in the 6th inning, so he did his job certainly in relief there. Now he starts out the bottom of the 7th with his team down 3-1. JJ has grounded out to the first baseman and doubled and scored back in the 5th inning, so he's 1 for 2 in his debut. Check swing, and it is too low. 1-0.
Max Manning in the bullpen for the Potters warming up.
Big left-hander. Out of the Metropolis, another Metropolis, Larkspur, California.
Metropolis, I love it.
That's 2 Metropolises today.
I know, you keep dropping that word. I didn't even know what it meant before tonight.
Crawdads got a lefty throwing in the bullpen. Got 3 lefties coming up in this inning to start us off anyway. Actually 4 if you count Ben Higdon, and I always do.
Big Ben.
Yeah, that was Count Big Ben. You know that. 1-0 on JJ out of Menlo College. Swings and misses at that one at 90 from Camerata. Scottsdale, Arizona, 6'2" and 240 for Joey Camerata. Mendocini watches that one go outside. 2-1 on JJ.
I believe Ryan Delaney is out in the bullpen for the Walnut Creek Crawdads, warming up right now.
Out of Danville, California. Here's the 2-1. That is outside for a ball. Sometimes you watch umpires, though, and the way they straighten up, you know they're going to call a strike. And that was the straighten up, but he didn't get the call.
That's why I want the balk guy. And by the way, Bruce, our balk guy, he is back.
He is back.
Yes.
Yeah. Inside corner, call strike 2. I think 87% of the time that a fastball is inside and a guy jumps away from it, it's called a strike in summer ball.
Well, yeah.
I think so.
Just don't jump.
Just don't jump.
It'll be a ball.
That's fouled away by JJ. Kind of spoiling that one down low. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Max Banning for the Potters. Ryan Delaney, a left-hander for the Walnut Creek Crawdads.
Colin Riley, the ball boy for the Potters today.
Always important to know who's doing that. That is down in the dirt. Nice at bat by J.J. Mendocini, and he'll go down to first base with nobody out. Second time he reached base. And here's Lou Godden, who is singled, struck out, and grounded to first.
So did you ever give the line for Berggren at the end of
I do not think I did.
So
do it.
5 1/3, 7 his, 3 runs. Only 2 of those earned.
Okay.
1 walk, 3 strikeouts.
Okay. His command was pretty good, I thought.
91 pitches.
His fastball is in there for a strike. He had been victimized. We were talking to the broadcaster from the Crawdads by a little wildness, but he only walked 1.
Yeah.
So that's key to getting him because he had 15 walks in his 21 innings.
His control was good tonight.
Yeah. So Mendocini leading at first base, 0-1 to Luke. Throw over to first base, and JJ is back. Zach Chamiso on the on-deck circle for the Potters. Just 3 home games remaining in the regular season, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Go to LincolnPotters.com to get tickets and ticket information. Come out and join us. Come on out and enjoy the fun. There goes the runner. The throw to second base is on target, but not in time. And safe at second base is J.J. Mendocini. That was an excellent throw by Helfrich, but I'll tell you, Mendocini got down there quickly to second base. And the only trouble was I thought he was going too fast to stop. I thought he was going to slide all the way out to left center field, and that would have been he would have been out. Plus, it would have been embarrassing.
Well, JJ's initial lead wasn't all that much, so wasn't being held on necessarily by the pitcher. And his secondary lead, he just crept out there.
He just took off. Here's Odd now with a 1-ball, 1-strike count, and now he's got a runner in scoring position. Obviously, a big run out there in this ball game. Luke takes high for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Chamiso to follow. Potters have tomorrow off, and they take on the Mudcats down in Fairfield on Tuesday. Back here on Wednesday, 6:35. A little meeting at the mound with Joey Camerata, and then on Friday we said is Star Wars Day, right? Stones?
Yes, Friday is Star Wars Day.
You are promising Luke and Leia here.
I'm going to promise that I'll be here.
Okay, that's great. That's that's the same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, I've seen you in your Leia outfit. It's really good.
Don't tell people that.
That was just between the family. That's right. You're right. That's my bad. That's my bad.
I'm already in trouble,
I forgot where I was.
I'm so in trouble now.
Can we talk about where your wife is tonight?
We can. We can talk about where my wife is. She's at a place that I'm not a big fan of, but
I'm a fan of there. I just don't.
She's dropping coins.
There's risk when you go there, and she's taking Mom with her, and that's a troublemaker.
Welcome my side of the family to Thunder Valley.
That's not a good combination.
Not a chance.
Meeting is over. 2 balls, 1 strike on Luke Godden. Takes a fastball inside corner for a strike. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mendocini out at second base. Corners moved back a little bit. They had been in case Luke wanted to drop one down. Takes that one for a ball. 2-2.
Just a little bit low on that one.
That makes it 3-2 on Luke. He has got a very good appreciation and recognition of the strike zone. At least it seems that way to us. You can never tell in the summer league, but he seems to be right more often than not. With that said, 3 balls, 2 strikes. hit high in the air to left center field. Moving over is DeRoff. He's going to be perfect position to make the catch in medium deep left center field for the first down. So as you mentioned earlier, Stones, a little breeze out there today, maybe uncharacteristic, but kind of knocking balls down once in a while.
Yeah, there's not actually. It's kind of still just blowing very quietly towards us, but it doesn't take much to knock a ball down out of that sky.
So 1 out, and here's Zach Jamiso. He's hit into a fielder's choice, struck out, and walked. He was thrown out at the plate on the Higdon double back in the fifth inning, and a very exciting play. Jamiso takes that one high and outside for a ball, 1-0.
The great Trey Furry walking in front of us.
I saw Trey give you the eye.
The greatest ever walking behind us.
Gave you the eye.
Mr. Ryan Stevens, the greatest in the business.
Oh, yeah, he's got a new draft choice, too. There you go, yeah.
That's my girl right there.
That's a number 1 draft choice right there. Jamiso check swing, nicely done. Ball inside, rolls away from Helfrich, but he manages to corral it before anybody can advance. So 2-0 on Zach Ben Higdon on deck.
Something tells me Ryan Stevens likes you.
Maybe.
He brought you a little gift.
He possibly did, yeah. Tried to drop his kid off and take off, and I said, no, I will not take
No, I'll
that.
take the gift, though.
No, I will take the rest of it, yes. Here's the 2-0. Zach fouls it out of play. You can see Zach has kind of got that feeling of a guy who's just trying to get one good swing on a night. You just give me one,
Well, he's had a lot of really good swings on the night. They just haven't found the open spots out there. You got to hit them where they're not.
Well, I mean, fielder's choice, a walk, and a strikeout.
Well, fielder's choice, he hit the ball, didn't he?
He definitely did.
Okay, then.
At least today you never know because I got guys being sent back to phantom bases. I got things happening that I don't know what happens. Swing and a miss on a good breaking ball by Camerado. 2-2. Mendocini trying to get a little bit of a jump out there at second base. He walked, stole second. Auden flew out to left field. And now it's 2-2 on Zach Jamiso. Breaking ball's hit down the third base line. That's a fair ball off the glove of the third baseman and won't be able to advance the runner from second, but it's an infield single for Zach Jamiso. Hit that ball right down the line, backhanded by Farfan. Nothing he can really do about it. Just an odd bounce over there.
What'd you just say? I mean, you just said.
I just said it.
You just said it.
I just said
right?
it. You couldn't find the place. He just found the place.
He just found the place.
Found the place. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, you nailed it.
I did nail it, or you did, or one of us did. It doesn't matter. We're a team here. As long as we don't let Riley on the team, I don't care.
Riley's not
Here's
on the
Ben Higdon, lined out to right. Popped to short. RBI double in the fifth. He is 1 for 3. Picked up his 16th run, batted in, and up here with a chance for a couple more. Ben takes that one in there for a strike. Off-speed pitch at 80 from Camerata. Just a chopper down the third baseline. Farfan could do nothing with it. And Jamiso has his first hit of the night. That's 8 hits for the Potters. 0-1 for Ben. Takes the ball down low in the dirt. Good job by Helfrich to keep that one from going back to the backstop.
So Ryan Delaney is now set down, but E.J. McGrew has started. Looks like he may have even gotten the red alert there.
Out of Oakland, California, Willamette University. So he's got the heat up fast line.
He's heating up
got
fast
the red
right
line.
now.
Okay.
Yep.
1 ball, 1 strike on Higdon. Mendocini trying to get out there at second base, and now Camerata turns around to bluff him, and it was kind of a bad bluff when the second baseman and shortstop are in your vision and you see they're nowhere near you. But I like the effort, though.
I would have ran it back.
I just run back and try to leap and tag him. That would have been awesome. I love that. 1-1. Higdon swings and misses the 89-mile-an-hour fastball. Got a good pitch to hit right there. 1-2 now on Ben Higdon out of Paducah, Kentucky. Hope Mom Julie is watching. Also Grandma down in Florida.
Hi, Julie. Hi, Grandma.
Nicely done. At least you didn't call her Carol like I do. Breaking ball, call strike 3. Higdon's out on strikes. 2 outs now, and it's up to Patrick Herrera, who's been one of the hottest Potters hitters over the last couple of weeks. He has grounded out, doubled, and singled in this one and scored twice.
It was the bottom of the 7th, isn't it?
This is the bottom of the 7th, yes.
Have you told everybody listening that's here listening right now?
What about?
You better
you got to go over and get your drinks.
Brick and Barrel right now. Hurry,
Brick and
quick.
Barrel.
Quick.
At the end of 7, it closes up, baby. You got to get over there.
And I can't help
Herrera's
you out.
going to make the inning go farther, though,
There we
so
go.
it's okay. Outside. So Patrick 2 for 3 in this one. He scored twice. That gives him 20 runs scored on the season. Has 4 home runs in the last week and a half. First and second, 2 outs. Ground ball first base. Donnelly's right there, bobbles it, picks it up, steps on first, and that's the inning. So Potters threaten, don't do anything. We go to the top of the 8th. Potters lead it 3-1.
It begins on the farm, where hard work breeds motivation. Care is taken under watchful eyes. With new growth comes inspiration, where playtime is mandatory. Welcome to Dueling Dogs Brewing Company. Meet the Stevens, a husband and wife who work hand in hand to craft exclusive small batch beer, mead, and cider. Using locally sourced ingredients to ensure freshness in every glass. Where a community of farmers, local artisans, and amazing food make for a truly inspired atmosphere. At the end of the day, we know the value of hard work. The families it unites, it's in the pride we take, the stories we tell, and the best friends who are cherished. Dueling Dogs Brewing Company.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Top of the 8th, Potters lead at 3-1. Mark the Phantom Low here with Stones McCoy. Arthur Steinkamp out on the mound again for the Potters. And Stones, you tell me it's time for This Day in Potters History, Part 3?
Part 3.
My gosh.
This is the last one I got for you.
Okay.
This one's a good one, and I think you might actually enjoy it. I know I did.
Okay.
This time last year, almost pretty close to the actual time.
Oh, boy.
I got my first Gatorade bath as a coach for the Lincoln Potters.
Oh, boy.
So, I mean, that was a big one. That was a great night.
I remember that day. Do you still have the pictures and stuff?
I still have the pictures.
Awesome.
Against this team that we're playing right now.
And why were you coaching that game? I forget.
Because Ryan Stevens had to make good on a bet with me.
Brian DeRoff, the first hitter, followed by Ryan Brome and Tyson Pointer. 2, 3, and 4 against Steinkamp, who came on to end the 5th inning and made it through the 6th and the 7th. And here we are in the 8th. That is a fastball. That's outside for a ball. Oh, I forgot then. You were the coach. That's right.
Yeah.
You got there. You got the dub.
I got the
dub,
yeah.
and you got the drub.
Yeah, I got the drub.
Yeah, got the dub and the drub.
David had a stolen base for me. I mean, things were good.
It's hit sharply but foul down the third base line, 2-1. Well, the guys went out there and they performed for you, obviously.
They really did.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, and they told me after the game, they said, if you weren't out here, we probably wouldn't have played this well.
Probably not. They'd probably refuse to play at all.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, so.
You're the meaning in my life. You're the inspiration. That's all I have to say.
I love you.
That's outside, ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. Steinkamp, no walks, no strikeouts so far, as he came on to retire Braum the last out of the 5th inning and pitched the 6th and the 7th. Has given up 2 hits in the game. Swing and a miss. I would say an off-speed pitch, but I'm not really sure. And it's 3-2 because I don't know what his speed is. So if you go off-speed, I don't know what the speed is.
I think his fastball is 77.
Reminds me of the great Ian Miller. Remember Houdini?
Oh, Ian.
Oh,
yes, Mr. Miller.
So we got Houdini. We got the professor. We're working it.
Yes. I like
3-2. Big chopper, going to be a tough play from Mendocini at third base, makes the catch, throws to first. What a nice play by J.J. Mendocini over at third for the Potters. The new guy looking good. He's the new kid in town, as we call him.
He is.
And he made an excellent play right there on a tough ground ball. He had to catch it. First play to catch it wasn't that easy. Then he ended up throwing it on the run.
New kid in town, but veteran play right there, getting that across. I mean, catching it on the fly the way he did. Beautiful throw. And then, of course, you got the Zach of all trades over there picking that ball.
Zach of all trades. Yep, there you go. The new kid in town to Zach of all trades. There's your combination. 1 out, and here's Ryan Brome. He has walked, line to right, and grounded to second. Fastball just a little bit inside. He was the first batter that Arthur Steinkamp faced back in the 5th inning and hit that ground ball out to Patrick Herrera for the 3rd out of the 5th. Lines that one to right field. Coming on is Johnson, still coming on, leans down, makes the catch on the run. What a nice play. A lot of times we're saying that, Stones. What a nice play by the Potters fielders.
Absolutely. That was a knuckleball if I ever saw one. Dead duck out there maybe.
Yep.
And shoelace top catch. Beautiful play by Johnson.
Johnson and Wright and Menacini, the new kids in town, making good defensive plays. 2 outs, and here's Pointer, who has singled twice and struck out. That's outside. Tyson struck out looking in the 1st, but then came back with a single in the 4th and a single in the 6th. Steinkamp from the stretch. Grounded ball out towards second base. Herrera's going to have a tough play. Makes it, throws to first. Termiso, did he stay on the bag? Yes, he did. Another good play by 2 more Potters. 1, 2, 3 in the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Potters with a 3-1 lead.
Welcome back, Olympia's 5th grade orchestra.
Perhaps there's no place like your home because you made it so at R.C. Willey.
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team help us keep together an amazing organization, and we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PFAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Bottom of the 8th inning, Potters lead at 3-1. E.J. McGrew, the new pitcher, 3-0 on the season, a 4.57 ERA. This is his 9th appearance. He has pitched 21 2/3 innings, has 14 strikeouts and 15 walks, and allowed 17 hits. E.J. coming to us from Oakland, California, and Willamette University, and he'll face Luke Lavin, Alexander Johnson, and Tyler Garrity. And Stones, we've said it a couple times. I get to say it again. Defensive plays by the Potters really kind of making the difference tonight.
Yeah, they have been really good defensively. I believe 1 error so far on the game, and that was a tough error.
That was the throw. Well, the throw down the second on the steal.
So yeah, but I mean, not something that really came back to hurt them at all. So playing clean baseball, not a whole lot of walks either on the evening. So that's another really good sign. So yeah, defense and the pitching has really helped the Potters with this 3-1 lead.
There you go, Luke Lavin coming up to the plate against McGrew. He has singled, grounded out to second, and grounded out to first. So Luke is 1 for 3 in this one. It'll be left-hander against left-hander. Then Alex Johnson and Tyler Garrity, a couple of right-handers for the Potters. So we have activity. We had Max Manning for a while in the Potters bullpen. We have another guy up and throwing now. And that is Vincent Ciccolello, the right-hander. So here's Lavin. And there comes the ball right across the field right after the pitch was, I think it was high. But that shows you how well the bullpen's doing for the Potters down there as the ball comes flying across the field. 1-0 on Lavin.
I'll say in years past it happened a lot more frequently.
Yes, it really did. It really did. So our bullpen catching or whatever has become much better over the years. And that's something to really be proud of. Lavin takes an off-speed pitch in there for a strike. Fastball was at 88 from McGrew. That's 73-mile-an-hour bender. Evens the count at 1-1. Lavin, 266, 2 home runs, and 15 runs batted in. Laguna Beach, California. You made a good point, Stones, as far as the battery with Torrin O'Haron on the mound and Luke behind the plate. That's a battery that maybe Stanford fans, maybe in 2 years, might be seeing.
That's what I was talking about, you know, giving them something to look forward to.
That's a fastball, and it's in there for a strike at 87. So it's 1-2 on Luke Lavin. He takes a walk. I don't know who he's more upset with, but I don't think it's himself.
No.
Yeah,
no.
I don't think it's himself. That's my point.
But you know how much more confident Lavin's going to be in when he shows up to Stanford this year, and he's already got a buddy there, somebody who's thrown to, who's comfortable with him.
Yep. Check swing, it's outside, 2-2 on Luke Lavin. And he's already faced the, pitchers from Division I schools, Division II schools as well. He's not going in there blind, just coming from high school pitching.
Exactly.
Not that high school pitching can't be good, but, depth-wise it usually is not. 2-2. Lavin takes a fastball outside, 3-2. So it's been 5 pitches, and I think somebody's disagreed with each call each time. So we've had 5 disgruntled people, but it's been a different guy, 3-2 on one side.
Yeah, that's okay, though. Let them all be upset.
That's baseball, so there you go.
Let them all be upset.
Breaking ball in there, call strike 3, and that was a beautiful pitch. And Lavin had no chance at that one, so he is down on strikes, and here's Alex Johnson, the right fielder. Is singled back in the second, reached on an error in the fourth, and popped to third. He tried a bunt back in the sixth and popped it up, and a great play by Max Barfan. Alex also a couple of excellent plays out in right field today for the Potters. He steps in here with 1 out. Tyler Garrity to follow. That's in there for a strike. 74 from McGrew, so mixing up his pitches very well. And he is ahead in the count, 0-1. Potters 3, Crawdads 1. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss, another off-speed pitch at 74 right there from E.J. McGrew.
Throwing up all of the off-speed pitches right now. All these Potters hitters way out in front.
Yeah, 21 innings and 17 hits, so that's a pretty good ratio.
Yeah.
But his strikeouts and walks are basically 1-1, so you want to get that down, obviously. But he's ahead 0-2. Johnson pops that one out of play foul, so it stays at 0-2 on Alex Johnson.
That just tells me that he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy,
Yep. And in that case, then you definitely have to keep the walks down if you're going to pitch to contact, so you don't want runners on base when they're making their contacts.
There it is.
0-2 on Johnson.
You know a lot about this game, Phantom.
What game?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Tyler Garrity to follow. That is outside for a ball. Good location for a waste pitch right there. But Johnson watched it all the way in the catcher's glove. Yeah, that's one thing coaches love to say. Watch it all the way in the catcher's glove.
At 75 miles an hour, I can do that.
Okay, I can do that now, but if he throws any harder, I'm going to have a lot of trouble. Swinging a foul ball into the catcher's glove. Speaking of the catcher's glove, and he holds on for the strikeout. So 2 outs here in the 8th, and Tyler Garrity coming to the plate. Tyler struck out in the 2nd, flied out to right in the 4th, but an RBI single and a big one in the 6th inning that gave the Potters their 3rd run. So Tyler is 1 for 3 in this one. Here's McGrew's first pitch. That's fouled off. E.J. refreshingly working from the windup with nobody on base. And that you don't see that as much anymore, especially from guys coming out of the bullpen. 0-1 on Tyler Garrity. Ben Romano to follow Tyler.
McGrew's thrown 12 pitches. Only 3 of them have been out of the zone so far, so he's definitely attacking.
75% efficiency rate. Pretty good with a guy with, like we said, a 1-1 walk to strikeout. That's hit sharply to the right of shortstop, and it's into left field for a base hit. So Garrity gets his 2nd hit of the day. He's going for 2. The throw, he is out at second base.
Give him a single.
Thought he got a single. He's trying to get a double. Thought he was going to take it, but the left fielder Dugout threw it into second, and the tag is made, and Garrity is out. So the Potters get hit. They leave nobody. We go to the top of the 9th. Potters 3, Crawdads 1.
Have you ever wondered, what is CMN? I thought so. Let me help. CMN stands for Children's Miracle Network, a non-profit organization that raises money for children's hospitals. Locally, UC Davis Children's Hospital is your CMN hospital, the only one in our area. It is a nationally ranked comprehensive children's hospital that provides the highest quality of care to pediatric patients like me. How is this level of care possible? With help from CMN donations. CMN teamed with corporate partners and community donors to fundraise for things like equipment, research, and patient care. All money raised locally during campaigns like this stays local to support children treated at UC Davis Children's Hospital. Sick and injured kids can't wait to get the care they need. And thanks to generous donors, partners, and fundraisers like you, we don't have to. Please give wherever you see the Miracle Balloon, and thank you for supporting CMN at UC Davis.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Vincent Ciccolello is the new pitcher for the Potters out of Simi Valley, California. UC Riverside, making his, let's call it his 6th appearance of the season, 4 2/3 innings, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, 7 hits. He's got an ERA of 7.71. He does have a save for the Potters, and he will face Joey Donnelly, Max Farfan, and Cole Fellows for the Walnut Creek Crawdads here in the top of the 9th. Potters trying to get their first home win since July the 6th, Jones McCoy, and they're going to put it on the shoulders of young Vincent Ciccolello to try to bring it home for him.
Oh, and Willie, he's doing his best over here.
He really is doing his best.
He's getting all the cowbells. He's getting everybody involved. He's playing the Pump It Up music, but yet it's been so long the guys forgot to grab their chairs and start pumping it up.
Oh, my gosh. 3 2/3 innings for Arthur Steinkamp. The professor was pretty good. 2 hits, and that's about it right there. So well done by him. Well done by Torrin O'Haron to start us off. He went 4 2/3, 3 hits and a run for the Potters. So far, so good. And here's Donnelly, who struck out, grounded out, and into a double play. Swing and a miss. Fastball at 91 from Vincent Ciccolello. Talked about him with Brock Raggett earlier in the season, and he was really high on this young guy. Coming out of the pen at just 5'9", but with a big fastball. Here's the 0-1 coming up. Fastball on the outside corner. Call it strike 2. And you can call it strike 2, but Joey Donnelly's not going to agree with you. 0-2. 3 home runs on the summer for Joey out of Alamo, California. 0-2 pitch just misses that same outside corner, makes it 1-2. Maybe it's a floating corner.
I mean,
like a floating green, like that one golf course in Idaho has a green.
Yeah, it happens.
That happens.
Not here. I hope not.
Just kind of look for another explanation. 1-2 strikes on the left-handed Donnelly. Swing and a miss, but the ball's getting away from Lavin, and Donnelly's going to be able to get down to first base. The throw. Oh, he got him. What a play by Lavin. Gunned it down to Chamiso. I didn't think there was any chance that Luke would be able to get back there. Got it and threw it like an infielder, and he's out at first base. That's the kind of thing, Stones, we're seeing defensively from the Potters tonight.
Extremely impressive. First of all, for Lavin to be able to get up out of the squat and get back to get that ball, that was impressive.
And find it,
and then throw it down the way he literally threw it right in front of the runner. That was beautiful.
We'll give Zach Chamiso Zach of all trades. He gave him a target. He gave him something to throw to
Company. He stayed in there.
He is the Loomis Basin player of the game. There's the pitch. Swung on and missed.
No, we're not doing that anymore.
0-1. Max Farfan, the hitter. Sometimes Riley just tries to throw a curveball in there and says, you don't let me talk? That's okay. I'm going to play a commercial.
He likes to mess with us.
He does like to mess with us, and he never used to.
I don't blame him,
I think we've created a monster.
We have.
0-1. That's in the dirt. Ball 1. 1 strike on Max Farfan. He walked in the second, struck out in the fourth, and fly to right in the sixth. So he is 0 for 2 in this one. Cowbells are ringing for Potter fans, trying to get that win over the Crawdads and try to go to 15-14 on the conference season. 1-1 from Ciccolello coming up. He works from the stretch. Swung on and missed, 91. 1-2 strikes. 1-2 now on a Farfan. Right-hander against right-hander. Max at 256. Check swing. No, it's in there. Call strike 3. Off-speed pitch by Ciccolello. 2 at batters, 2 strikeouts. Cole Fellows, the hitter. He singled, struck out, and doubled. So Cole is 2 for 3 in this one. Doubled back in the 7th, singled in the 2nd, and struck out in the 4th. So Fellows, left-handed hitter, up here against Ciccolello. Cole out of Clovis, California, and he's the guy from Columbia University. Swing and a miss on the first one. Gets away from Lavin. 0-1.
Nice breaking ball there. I mean, he'd been powering that fastball in there. That breaking ball had him way out in front.
Yeah, whoever called the off-speed pitch on the first pitch probably made a pretty darn good call right there because I think Cole Fellows is up there looking for something hard. Yeah. 0-1. Fastball misses outside at 90 from Cicolello. 1 ball and 1 strike.
I think Vincent and I have a lot in common because
you're both short.
We're both 5'9", and we both pitch.
And you both throw really hard.
No, he throws a lot harder than I
okay,
did.
well, I thought you were going for that too.
I want
swing and a miss. Another off-speed pitch. Stones on that one. To your point, 83, 1-2.
He's mixing it up really, really well right now.
Yeah, once you establish, as you know, the big fastball, then you can do a lot of stuff as long as you can throw it for strikes. You can do a lot of stuff with your off speeds. Hey, wait a minute. Do we have a last strike guy out there?
Last strike guy's out there.
Oh, my gosh, the new guy.
He is in it.
He's doing a great job.
Let's go, Jack. Let's go.
1-2. Here's the pitch by Vincent Cicolello. Fellow swings and pops it up towards second. Herrera on a hop. It's going to be a tough play. He's not going to be able to make it. Nothing can be done on that one as Fellows gets his 3rd hit of the game. And he is on, and that brings a potential tying run at the plate. Ryder Helfrich is the hitter. Just a squibber, and Herrera tried to get to it, couldn't do it on a hop. It doesn't matter because Fellows is in there. We're going to have a pinch hitter here, I think.
Number 5.
Number 5, that is going to be Matt King, who is the usual shortstop for Walnut Creek. He'll come on to bat for Helfrich here in the 9th inning with Fellows at first base.
354 average on the year
354 with, I believe, a pair of home runs for Matt King. Actually, and 20 runs batted in. So he is the usual shortstop. That's a little blooper out into left center. That's going to fall in for a base hit. And covered it. Garrity, he bobbles it a little bit, but the runners are not going to try to advance. So King comes up, gets the base hit, and that'll bring up Charlie Welch, the shortstop. Grounded out, struck out, and flied to right. So he is 0 for 3. So tying run on first base for the Crawdads. And here is Charlie Welch from Green Bay, California, and College of San Mateo. 0 for 3 so far in this one, 4 for 14 on the summer. Cicolello to the plate. It is in the dirt. Nice block by Luke Lavin. Keep the runners at first and second. You don't want those runners getting into, the second runner at least getting into scoring position. 1-0. And on deck, the dangerous Ryan Ellis in the top of the order for the Crawdads.
Yeah, Fellows out there at second base. He doesn't matter at this point. It's King over
King over at first, exactly. Fastball in there for a strike. 1-1. That one 91 by Vincent Cicolello. Just got to take the deep breath out there and know what you're going to do with the ball when it's hit to you, right, Stones?
You betcha. You got to be thinking about that stuff pre-pitch every time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Welch steps in there. Slightly open stance from the right side for Charlie. 5'11", 180. Breaking ball is in there. Strike 2.
Beautiful pitch.
1-2. Notice J.J. Mendocini at third base moving a little bit closer to the line over there. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Trying to protect against the double.
Now
we got the last strike guy again. It's tough to do with runners on base, as you know, Stones.
And Martin is out there now. So now we got it going on.
He's the junior last strike guy.
Yes.
He's really good, too.
Oh, yes.
I mean, he's got the energy that you need.
All of the energy you need.
1-2 now. 2 outs, 2 on. And Cicolello's going to get the excitement building. See, that's when you're a last strike guy, you use that to build the excitement. That's what you do. That's exactly. There he goes. Now we're talking. Oh, Martin is doing the job. And we're going to have a meeting at the mound with Brock Raggets coming out to talk to Cicolello, which is not usual when you have 1 and 2 with 2 outs.
Yeah, but there was an issue there, and I'm going to bring it up. Luke Lavin had flashed a couple of signs there, and Cicolello, he shook him off.
Uh-huh.
And at this stage of the game, you should be on the same page. So I'm glad they called this timeout because you want to make sure you're doing the exact same thing as your counterpart.
And in this case, you're definitely refocusing when you go out there because
100%.
That's exactly what you're doing it for, so you're on the same page. Well done, Stones. Here's Cicolello now. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The crowd is up. The crowd has been tremendous tonight. They've been tremendous all summer long. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Charlie Welch. It's hit ground ball over towards shortstop. Got it over to first. By a step, that's the ball game. Luke on to first, and that is the ball game. Welch is out by a step, and the Potters win this one 3-1. Great job by Vincent Cicolello to get the save. 2 hits in the inning, but no runs. Potters, final score, Potters win it 3-1. We're going to have our post-game show right after this. We're going to get our player of the game and talk about it with Stones McCoy right after this on the Stones Radio Networks.
Have you ever wondered, what is CMN? I thought so. Let me help. CMN stands for Children's Miracle Network, a non-profit organization that raises money for children's hospitals. Locally, UC Davis Children's Hospital is your CMN hospital, the only one in our area. It is a nationally ranked comprehensive children's hospital that provides the highest quality of care to pediatric patients like me. How is this level of care possible? With help from CMN donations. CMN teamed with corporate partners and community donors to fundraise for things like equipment, research, and patient care. All money raised locally during campaigns like this stays local to support children treated at UC Davis Children's Hospital. Sick and injured kids can't wait to get the care they need. And thanks to generous donors, partners, and fundraisers like you, we don't have to. Please give wherever you see the Miracle Balloon, and thank you for supporting CMN at UC Davis.
Being in the market for a new home comes with more than just buying a property. It is finding the right house in the right neighborhood in the right community. Since 2005, Lori, with Frey & Associates Real Estate, has lived and worked as a real estate broker in Lincoln. She is passionate about local organizations and volunteers with them as well.
She's knowledgeable, she knows, she asks a lot of questions, she gets things done.
We still learn a lot from Lori, and she's very helpful, very positive, and has been wonderful, wonderful broker.
We at Frey & Associates are your local hometown realtor, and we are here for you.
Welcome into our post-game show. Our player of the game tonight is starting pitcher Torn.
The Potters Player of the Game, presented by Peak Turkey, a convenient, healthy paleo and keto-friendly snack ready for you to enjoy. Visit peakpastramijerky.com.
Finally, I can welcome our player of the game, Torrin O'Hara. Torrin, thanks for waiting. Congratulations, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Fantastic game. Now, you guys came back with kind of the miracle comeback in the game yesterday, so how nice is it for you to come out and the day after that happens and shut down the Crawdads?
Yeah, it's always nice to have your team get a big win the day before and makes your job a little easier the next day, knowing that they were able to get done the day before. So, yeah.
Well, Torrin, we were talking with manager John Peters and talking with Mike Margim as well, and they're talking about you and your tendency in trying to get more efficient with your pitches, trying to throw a little bit fewer pitches in your outing. How do you feel you did with that today?
Actually terrible today about that, but it's part of it. I mean, you live and you learn every day. Today, had all 3 pitches working. There was a time, certain innings, I would lose the changeup or lost the slider a little bit, but found how to get back in the zone and compete and give my team a chance to win the ball game, which we did, so that's all you can really ask for.
Hey, Torrin, Stones up here. I just wanted to say, hey, great game pitch, but I wanted to know, you got a new kid coming into Stanford, going to join you, Luke Lavin. He was behind the dish tonight. How was it and how is it throwing to a guy that you know you're going to see?
For sure. He's a great dude. I love the kid already, but I mean, he's going to be a freshman. He's going to have things he's going to need to work on, but he's very talented. You can already see why he's going there. Great arm. Going to be able to pick it with the glove at some point and can really swing it, I think. And then once the strength comes and develops, he'll start hitting more and more homers, which I think he's going to help us big time down the road.
Nice. Torrin, one more and I'll let you go ahead and celebrate with your teammates. Usually when we're talking to a guy in the early season, we ask him what their goals are for the season. We're on the other side of the season now, so how do you feel you did with what you wanted to get accomplished this summer?
Yeah, I mean, I came in with a lot to work on, knowing had a pretty rough year. My freshman year at Stanford, had like 11 ERA. I think I found out by watching one of the streams back. I personally don't ever look at stats, but I mean, it was just one of those things this year where I think I kind of let the game speed up on me a little bit and didn't really like fully take care of what I needed to off the field, like putting the extra work in and stuff like that. So coming in, I knew exactly what I needed to work on was find my slider, make it more, find both my sliders to get me over for early in the count and then put away one, and then always knew I had a good changeup, but also knew I needed to learn how to throw more effectively to both righties and lefties. Because at the next level, I mean, you can't be 2 pitches to just a righty and 2 pitches just to a lefty. You got to be able to throw all 3 whenever you want. So just been working on that, especially today. Just switched up my my sequences literally every inning. Like started off the game going fastballs aways and then sliders to righties and then changeups to lefties. And next time around, I literally completely flipped it: fastballs in, changeups to righties, and fastballs into lefties, sliders to lefties. So.
Well, Torrin, Stones and I have both really enjoyed watching the pitch. We're going to watch for you in the future. Again, thanks for joining us, and congratulations on being our player of the game. Torrin O'Haron, our player of the game. Thanks, Torrin.
Appreciate it.
So that's Torrin O'Haron and Stones. We'll have just a little chat here about Mr. O'Haron. And I must say that it was interesting that, he really lit up when you asked him about Luke, and then when we asked him about his goals, because he obviously really had stuff that he was trying to work on. And is that odd for you to hear a guy changing up his sequences every inning?
No, not at all. I don't know what happened there. No, not at all. And the reason why is because, again, you're talking about this is Summer League. And so there's two things you got to do in Summer League. One, you have to work on yourself, and you have to get better as a player.
Right.
And then the second thing is to win games. So for him to do what he was doing tonight, that's really saying that he is totally bought into whatever Stanford is selling him as far as what I need to do as a player to get better. And so he utilized all of those things that they talked to him about, and he tried it differently every inning. That's exactly what it's called, process of elimination. Sometimes you just got to figure out what combination works best for you.
And sometimes it's called maturity as well. Well, we can't leave without obviously citing Arthur Steinkamp, who was fantastic tonight and has been. And also, Stones, we can't get them all up here, but the Potters' defense would have been my runner-up for player of the game because they weren't all sensational plays, but they were all some very difficult plays, and they handled their routine plays. I just thought maybe defensively this might have been our best game of the season.
I think by far it was the best game of the season. I mean, again, we go back, one error on this game tonight,
and that's on a throw.
And that's on a throw. And if I had to put out two other players of the games, it's going to be Zach Chamizo and Luke Lavin. I mean, the way and
Patrick Carrera, Don't forget our guy.
I mean, so I guess you could pretty much give MVP to the infield.
Bring them all in there. That's what I'm saying. Absolutely. So the Potters get the win tonight, 3-1. A big one over the Crawdads after coming from behind and winning that one yesterday, and the huge finally defending our home court, so to speak. Wow, it's been a long time.
It's been a minute.
It's been like almost 17 days since we've had a home win.
Lifetime in summer.
Potters are off tomorrow. They take on Solano on Tuesday down in Fairfield. Then we're back here Wednesday, 6:35 first pitch, and then Friday and Sunday, your last three chances to see the Potters in the regular season. Check out LincolnPotters.com for all the information. Stones, had a blast doing the games with you. I will see you again someday. I don't know when that is. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you again on Wednesday. Good night, everybody.
I think we're ready to rock. That is so 1940s.
Spitting, scratching, spraying, and spinning.